All right, so welcome everyone. Sorry I was a little bit late today. I guess we're jumping straight into it. I'll give a bit of a summary. I'm sure everyone's just coming down from their high of killing Yinogu, as well as finally getting Gargarth out of the shield and seeing him off. And finally finding the sword of Zariel, which Lucien has accepted, and it has accepted him as a attuned hero. It's visibly changed him, as we described. He looks less like an Asimar and more like a fallen Asimar, and more like a thoroughbred angel now. He's got a serene look over his face with a grim determination about him. And other than that, I believe you could hear the thumping of demons at the door still, all while all this was happening. And Dybex, you threw up a wall of force, a hemisphere, and the whole citadel, the picture you can see on screen, exploded, with you all protected at its centre. At the epicenter and within the wall of force. The explosion, with tons of marble flying outwards, destroyed the scab completely, and you are now set in the center of a crater, among all this, with bare rock at your feet, and the corpses of demons laying all scattered about hundreds of feet away from each other. However, there's a couple that were tough enough to survive it. One that is this great, basically a walking moor, and another one which looks like a huge demonic sandworm of a ruckus. Huge mouth, great big jowls, two big claws to pull itself along, sort of like grasshopper legs but in reverse, and rows of little scythe-like talons that it can sort of pull it along, sort of like probably more like a centipede, but it doesn't move like a centipede. It moves more like a mud skipper. It's probably 100 foot long. It's very badly injured and has holes torn in its side from chunks of rock, and it looks very angry at the amount of damage it's just taken, and it looks to where the blast came from and sees all of you sitting there in your wall of force going, wow, that's quite an explosion. That's where we're at. So I think I can throw to you guys and see what you would like to do from there.
So these guys are looking like they're rounding up to have a bit of a go at us, or they're just like rubbing their heads going, man, what a night, or...
No, it's more like you've picked up a pit bull terrier and thrown it 4 meters away, and it's landed injured and looked around at you, snarled, and it looks like it's ready to pounce.
So they went up for a chat, maybe we can help each other sort of
parlay.
Thing. Yes, a parlay.
They sounded pretty beastie.
Yeah, they. This big one looks fairly feral, and looks like it's about to go you. Dybex has still got his wall of force up. You had that before the explosion, so I can do something. I'll move you to another screen.
Do we want to clean up, or do we want to bounce?
We have to stop whatever it is they were doing here, assuming that explosion hasn't already ended the excavation.
I've got AC 16 reasons why I wouldn't mind getting the F out of Dodge.
Why are there two Lucians? Is this one near us a fraud? Should we kill him?
He's a doppelganger.
One tells him the truth, the other tells only lies.
So if I go up to one of them and say, what would the other one tell me?
There's too many Lucians.
Oh, I've always wanted more me.
Hang on, I'm clearing the decks and pasting the icons that we used last week, so it captures everything. There we go.
Alright.
So I'll put you guys at over, in your little circle.
But
Over in-
Our clique, as it were. Avernus clique.
In Dybex's thing. Click. Click and Garrel Morian. There's a large demon grinder flipped over on its side a couple of 100 feet away from you.
So, Zanafia, is that teleport helm working right now?
Get in the grinder.
Well, Dybex, it's funny you should ask that. Given the battle we've just come from, I actually had a bit of an affiliation with my gauntlets, my braces of archery. So yeah, kind of don't have that as an option right now. But I mean, out of game, we have just had some downtime. I'm guessing.
No.
No.
So no is the short answer. No.
I think we
Right.
should start running towards Click.
So what I'm going to do is I'll roll initiative because there's also a giant slug thing near Click, or at least looking around and looking at you, plus this more thing. So I'll drag that onto screen as well. But what we'll do is these squares that you've got in front of you, just to show relative distance. Don't worry about terrain. You can just move across that normally. It's flat ground, being the bottom of a crater. Click and Galramorian are in the Demon Grinder, and one square there, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so let's say one square there is 10 feet, so just double the ranges when you measure them.
Okay.
I was gonna put Vel's down to the void over here because the other he's not here right now.
Oh, isn't he? Okay.
Well, I mean, you got popped.
Oh, did he? Oh, right, yeah, I had forgotten that.
So are we in agreement that we're going to try and get over to Click?
Why not just find the thing now that you have this sword?
So, where are the enemies? They're not on this picture.
No,
on
I'm
the other side.
I'm just about to load them into the scene.
But are they on this side, or are they in between us and the thing?
No, they're more forming a bit of a triangle.
Oh, what? It's like a really obese Jaws. He's literally like, we should have got a bigger boat.
So he's right in between us and them.
Yes.
No, it's more of a triangle, so I'll move him down a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so he's 100 feet away from your demon grinder.
Just in relation to the size,
Yep.
is that the size?
Yeah, it's huge. It's colossal.
Oh my goodness me.
Probably-
let's fight.
Probably what's more appropriate is it because it's a slug shape. I'll do this just to make it a bit more there. It's going to distort his face. He's not going to look as handsome as he used to. There we go.
It's like, you wouldn't want to have his dentist bill, would you? Look at those teeth.
Yeah.
I
And
suggest
there was the big
creature while it's
the big
still
toothy
damaged.
guy. Where is he? Oh, what the hell was it? Oh yeah, I got it.
Lucian, how long would it take you to summon Velstad, and how many people can ride on the Velstad, including yourself?
Not enough.
Or not enough? Oh, it takes minutes,
It takes
right?
minutes. Unless you wish to keep this wall up, we will need time. And I do not want to see what has happened, what will befall our companions when this creature realizes it can no longer get to us.
Well, you can fly out of the way, so like, I don't know what you're not, don't worry about that. Forget about it.
These are 10-foot squares, remember?
Yep.
If one of you wishes, I can take you with me.
So let's roll initiative because these things look like they're about to act, and so do the guys in the demon grinder. Actually, I'll put a demon grinder in there. That'll be handy. Vehicles.
Could possibly be.
Yeah.
So just click your character and re-roll it, and then you can edit the number once it's in there.
Oh yeah, I had a.
Hey guys, I found this out just then. I put it in the chat, but I'll say it out loud for people who didn't look at it. If you like hold shift before you click up to roll the dice on D&D Beyond, you can add like advantage. If you hold control, it's disadvantage.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's pretty good. I roll with both, so I roll.
Yeah, but makes it annoying when like one side has a crit and the other side doesn't.
Yeah, yeah, heartbreaking.
Like that.
It seems like cheating. Or did I just naturally roll a
I
crit?
think you may have naturally rolled a crit.
Try it again.
Did you see the first roll I did, just like to test things out? I rolled a critical 1 and a 20 on the same roll.
No, it's not working for me.
All right, we've got a busy initiative order.
I don't like how it's going reasonably quickly.
And I'm going to move our icons out of the way so I can see this slug.
A terrace slug.
Yeah, it would be bigger, I would say.
Like a rask.
Well, bigger because it's longer. You know, more like a fat death adder. Okay. I'm about to sort descending. Oh, look at that. Geez, your initiatives weren't really like normal.
Mine's actually better than normal.
Wow. Okay. Well, this giant slug thing, Croek, however you pronounce it. I'm not going to try that ever again.
Yes. I think in the front of the book there's like pronunciations, but
yeah. I'm going to
Cane
call
toad.
it the slug of hell, the slug of the abyss. Right,
we'll call it the no laughing matter.
yeah. So he goes, let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. To there. And this big bulging sac under its chin sort of blows up like a toad calling a mate. And suddenly it sort of opens its mouth and roars, and then sort of something gets caught in its throat. And it sort of chokes for a moment, and then it sort of coughs, and vomiting out in all this sort of slime comes all these demons, and they sort of flow out onto the ground in front of it, just here.
Oh, I see. The picture is not a joke. That's
The picture is not a joke.
Denizen.
Yeah. Let me see. There we are. Large, sort of ape-like things. And there are 4 of them.
No, we've lost our hypnotic pattern, guys.
I'm just going to roll their initiative, just like a summoned creature. And... oh, terrible. Oh no. Up at the giddy heights of 5. Oh, I better do Garrel Morian as well. Okay. And click click. Oh, click click.
Damn.
Garrel Morian is at 14. And Balgura. Okay, we are good. So he's gone. That's his action, I believe. Yep. And he sort of starts to try to hock up more, but nothing else comes out. You hear the Demon Grinder's engine roar to life. And click comes, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With Garamorine in tow, comes burning around the back here. Xanathia.
So is the consensus get to the vehicle as quickly as possible? Is that what we're thinking?
Circle around to us. It seems insane.
Because I'm just basically gonna. I don't really want to fight these guys because it looks like it's going to be one of these 90s computer game type things where it's just like regurge.
The spawn point.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Longstrider. I think as, let's see, Longstrider as a second level, and then that means I can use using a spell slot or higher. You can target one additional creature. So I'm going to check I've got the slots. Yeah, I've got the slots. Okay, so I'm going to cast Longstrider, giving
speed.
Giving someone an extra 10 foot. I'm going to cast it on Vicar next to me. And I'm going to say, I think this is the time that we should fly as fast as we can. And Xanathia is going to sort of boom it out of there. So she gets an extra 10 foot of movement in the first round of battle anyway. And then she gets 10 foot movement. So that's 50 foot. Which will take her kind of to there. And then...
So remember it's double speed, double range?
Yeah. So... okay. So when I move 50 foot, that was 100 foot? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll get to about here somewhere. Next to Buggerlugs.
Yeah, well, where was I here? Sorry, guys.
That's all right.
25 foot. I moved to there, and then that was an action. So as my bonus action, I will use that rogue ability, which I've forgotten the name of, to do a dash. So 10 foot on my first movement. That's another 100 feet. So that's 40.
10 squares.
That's 50. 60. And that's 100 foot there.
And off goes the nephew to the races.
Really?
Hashtag skirmisher.
So...
Go ahead.
Hang on. No snapping. So just run us by it again. You, from where you were, you cast Longstrider on who?
I cast Longstrider at level 2 on myself and on Vicar.
Okay, so so Vicar, I'm just going to chuck a foot on you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Don't put a foot on Vicar. That's rude.
Okay, and then you move, and what's your normal movement? 30 foot.
30 foot, and then as a Gloomstalker, it's an extra 10 in the first round of initiative.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 40. Yeah.
And then Longstrider for 50.
50. Okay.
And Longstrider for 50.
Any rogue bonus action dashed.
Hang on.
50.
Hang on. So let me just get the no snapping. Oh, what do you do to hold down to change? So there's.
You hold down the left mouse and then tap the right mouse. Oh shit! I've moved my screen.
Okay.
And then tap the right mouse, and then that will sort of ledge.
It should only be 10. It should only be 10 squares from where you started.
Yeah, so
you used your action to cast long. You used your action to cast long rider.
Yeah, but you also have
long
bonus action
strider.
dash.
Okay, so what happens
That's
is you...
still
So,
just movement.
okay, thanks. So you get to there, and that's half the distance you can get to. You can get to about this guy here with your rogue ability to dash as a bonus action. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get to this one here.
Go south.
south, eh? Yeah, look, I mean, I'm not going to run on ahead because only wise men say only fools rush in, so I will wait down here for my compatriots to
Okay.
rally to me. Rally to me.
All right, to me. All right, so you're long striding. Garrel Morian comes up out of the demon grinder, and I can't flip him. Let's have a look. I'll go and grab him from another one. Where are we?
Oh yeah, that dude, the dragon.
Yeah, but I don't really want to lose our dragon companion in this fight, do we?
No, definitely not.
Okay, so he comes up and
Okay.
changes form and becomes a enormous silver dragon and takes wing and flies around Croek to about here. Looks like he's making a beeline to Xanathia. Or not a beeline, because that would take him in range of Croek snapping up. That's his turn. Gerard.
So, are we fighting or we're running?
I am ready to fight.
Perhaps a bit of both.
Fight what we have to, run as much as we can.
Can you slow me down?
And where is the machine, the tank that we're running to?
Click's in it.
Oh,
It's behind the
Okay.
monster.
okay.
Run it over.
Lucian's about to do a
I
Thor
will-
impersonation, I think. Gerard.
I will cast. Oh, you know what? I will cast Ice Storm.
Okay.
Let me just get this. I've been like tossing 3 different spells up based on what we were going to do, but I have an idea because at the very least, this will slow them down.
Okay. So, what's the area effect of your ice storm?
It is a 20-foot radius, so it's a 40-foot wide square. Circle.
20-foot radius is 4 squares across 2 radius
Yeah.
because we're doubling it.
Yep. So I would like to capture as many of them as possible in it. Probably leaving out the shadow creature. I'll catch the worm and the Balgura in it, just so that Click has a clear path.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that will do. And that will give difficult terrain, assuming that matters to the slug.
Sorry, ice storm is what radius?
20-foot radius, so 40-foot diameter.
Oh, so it's half that.
It's half that size. Whoops. What did I just do? Yeah, anyway, so the ice storm's going to go and you can capture all the Balgura and the big slug demon. No problems.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'll just aim, somewhere around there,
Yep.
maybe a bit south, just so they have to cross over the ice to reach us.
yeah, okay. What's
And,
so they have to
they
do
will
saves?
have to make. Yes, they all have to make a DC 18 deck save.
Okey-doke. Balgura. Dexterity. And you may as well. Have you got your damage done?
Yes, 5 bludgeoning and 11 cold.
Okay. All right, here we go. First one passes.
I mean, again, we're not trying to kill them per escape, so the damage is negligible anyway.
One of them fails. I can't see. Oh, the damage there is at 16 damage.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay.
Yes, but if they resist frost, which I think they do, then take half the cold damage.
Yeah. Okay.
The lucky thing is they don't get a magical advantage.
Honestly, I only cast that spell for the difficult terrain. I'm just trying to slow them down at this point. I have no illusions that a few ice spells is going to kill this thing.
Are you going to run south?
Yes, I will also run to meet with Zenithia.
Zenithia's like patting her lap. Come on, Gerard, this way.
And the big slug guy also has to save, which he passes. Okay, and you've run too. So you were here, is that right?
Yeah, I was like 15 feet away.
1, 2, 3. Yep, no worries. Okay, cool. So that's you done. Ice Storm goes off. Okay, the big mouth. What's his speed? Okay, he takes wing. And goes 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, he'll be there. He looks like he's lumbering. Well, not lumbering because he's on wings, but he looks too big to be able to fly, but he just does. Oh, actually, no. He doesn't have to fly to you. What happens is he vanishes and then appears next to you.
Great.
And that's his turn. Lucian.
Alright. Well, I have wings now. This is going to be quite strange.
Are you able to carry anymore?
Well, that task. Diabex, do you have a way to get over there quickly?
Yeah.
Alright. Vicar, what about you?
I'm sped up. I should be alright. I'm gonna get to where Zenithia is.
Then I shall fly over my new wings.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Dun, 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 dun.
On the wings of love.
Okay, so that's a dash.
Just fly. No, that's not a dash.
Oh, that's just a 90-foot fly, right?
That's a 90-foot fly.
Oh my god. Okay.
Wow.
I just fly towards this mouth.
Okay.
Before I was weak, and now I swing at it.
Okay, this giant ball-like creature, hairy, patches of skin missing. It's clearly got a few broken bones and horns smashed off. He's within your range.
To the pit's held spawn. That'd be 14 to hit.
14 misses him. Tough hide. He's not that dexterous,
no.
but tough hide.
Fair enough. And once more into the breach.
Another smack.
24.
Okay, that one lands. Solid meaty chunk right into him.
Could you make me a con save?
Okay. Con, where is it? Okay, he
He
passes.
sounds pretty chunky.
Yeah,
Alright.
he passes.
He takes 13 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
However, he also then takes 22 points of radiant for a total of 35 damage.
Okay, he's on his last legs. He's very badly injured, limping, bleeding. Massive.
Clean with both
Yeah,
hands.
yeah. You're adding insult to injury. He's just had a citadel land on him, and then this angel flies in and starts beating him
Sure.
to a pulp.
Alright.
Turn.
So now, how you looking health-wise?
Health bar.
I've done all right so far. I'm only 120 out of 126.
Okay.
That'll be my turn then.
All right. Divex.
Right. Let's have a look. Alright, first things first, I'm going to quicken an Eldritch Blast and shoot him in the face.
Which one?
There are many things with many faces.
Yeah.
You know the one I'm attacking. This
Okay.
one.
Cool. Well, I will assume it's one of those apes. Yeah. Okay. So you're going to target the big mouth thing. Go for it.
I'm
20
going to cast 20 for 14 damage. Did that
20.
hit?
20's a hit. 14 damage.
Alright, let's do it again. Another 10 damage if 18 is a hit.
18 is a hit.
And then the third beam.
Oh.
26. So he takes 34 or up of force damage.
Okay. He's within an inch of his life.
Sure.
Oh wow.
Still,
really?
but still
I
standing.
was hoping that would have done it.
Yeah, it was very close.
Alright.
Oof, doof, doof. Stagger, stagger.
Bonus action. Let's have a squiz. Right. What do we got? Level 5. Right. I will step next to Gerard.
Okay.
And I will cast... It's either Thunder Step or Polymorph.
I don't know.
Just measuring up the distances. 90 foot. Take us here. No. Alright, I'm going to polymorph myself. I'm going to upcast it and touch Gerard. And I'm telling him I'm turning us both into giant eagles,
Okay.
which has a movement of 60 foot.
Okay.
So I've moved 10 already, so I will then fly another 50 foot elsewhere.
All right. I'm putting some wings on you
1,
both
2,
just to show that
3,
you're
4, 5.
flapping.
Alright, that's me. So action, bonus action, movement. Done.
Okay. These ape things.
Oh, I think at 10 I'm next.
Oh yeah. How did that happen? Oh, I think I added them in later on. I'm moving you up, Vicar. There you go. You're
Okay,
about to get.
the action dash. My little gnome 25 plus the long strider double is 70. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
End turn.
Right. Let's go first. Croek, click, click. See if he can recharge his vomit. No. All right. Okay, so I guess Lucian, you're fairly low to the ground because you're far enough away that you can close enough to whack this guy with his with your sword. So this giant slug thing goes. Whoop, select. 1, 2, 3. All right. It sort of squats down on the ground, and remember I said it had sort of like these giant grasshopper legs, and it heaves itself with these two legs, and just like probably jumps like a cane toad, and it goes.
I don't like it.
It lands there, and splats on the ground right next to you with this meaty slap, and then it tries to bite you.
I really don't like those descriptions for what it sounds like.
Okay, what is your armor class currently?
My armor class is 18.
Okay, it hits. It
Was he
hits.
impacted by the difficult terrain?
No,
We jumped.
he just jumped.
Yeah, I think jumping matters.
No, it's still difficult terrain.
Yeah, okay. That's where he is.
Doesn't matter. He does hit me though. I don't have anything to block it. I
Yeah,
used up
okay,
everything
all
I
right.
had.
I was giving you an opportunity to shield or one of those sneaky moves. Okay.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, but I do not have it.
All right then. Let's see.
I quite literally have nothing left after kicking Yanogu in the teeth.
Yeah, fair enough. Understandable. Okay, he bites you for 45.
Ow.
Uh,
That's all I have to say. Ow.
okay. He looks like his mouth is big enough to swallow you, but he just bites you and takes a snap. He doesn't swallow you whole. Then these Bulgura go.
I don't know if I should be thankful or insulted.
Yeah, he doesn't chew you and spit you out. He looks like he was trying to eat you, but failed.
Wouldn't it be great if in your angelic form you were just poisonous?
That would be awesome.
Okay, so this guy goes also takes a running. He lopes along on the ground, running like a orangutan or a gorilla, and then leaps and lands here. This one does the same thing.
Now they will be
1, 2.
They will be
3,
affected by
4.
difficult terrain.
Yeah, is that within 5 feet of me? Or
Yeah,
10 feet?
Yeah,
or...
it is. Oh, yeah, that's the ice storm is difficult terrain, isn't it? That's what you're talking about, the slipperiness.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
each step is
Running
20
like-
feet now.
The Bulgura's long jump is up to 40 feet. This high jump is up to 20 feet. Yeah, okay, so what I'm going to do is they'll be moving. I'm going to bring them back a little bit. Count that again. 20 foot. Okay, so they're going to have to dash here, and then they leap one to
Oh,
there.
nice.
So they've sort of had to waste a turn, but they come out of the storm and then just run around here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
Little blessings.
Okay, as a reaction, I use my roguey thing to move out of the way a little bit. I can't remember if it's 10 or 15 foot. I think it's 15. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Screw that then.
it's when something ends their action. You can take as a reaction to get a full move. So you can now move 50 foot. So 2.5 squares.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's me doing the nope. I just want to check that. I don't know if it's that far.
No, it's 2 squares. So it's like 15 feet.
Oh, is it? It's not a full move, is it?
From your...
Skirmisher. You can move up to half your speed as a reaction when an enemy ends its turn within 5 foot of you without provoking opportunity attacks.
Right, half move. Okay, cool.
Your long
So-
strider to 40, so 20.
Still technically the first round of combat, so I still have my long strider.
Yep.
So that would be 50, so 25.
So just before you move, just one moment, because what I'm going to try and do is rescale this so that we can use squares as 5 foot squares. Because if I get my measurer out, no snapping, I can see that to the combat is 80 foot away. So if I'm and to click is probably about 40 foot away from him. So what I'm going to do is I can grab these two, move them right up the top, put him 1, 2, 3. $10, $20, $30, $40, and then grab all of you lot. Actually, I'll move him out. I just need to keep you guys all in the same orientation for each other. I just double his size.
Okay, now these squares are regular squares.
Regular squares.
Nice.
And that way I buff these guys up to their proper size because they're size large. Dybex, you can be further away. Okay, so now as an Aphia you can move 15, was it 15? 20 foot?
It was 25.
Yeah.
Where's Dybex gone? Is he off the map now?
He's down here. And Gerard's actually a bit further away. He's about, oh yeah, that's probably better. It's a good idea.
To get the horse out of the way.
Anthony, you've got some fog of war there. Can you remove that?
Do I? Oh.
We can't see.
Yeah, no worries.
We can't see some of us. We can't see our characters. Or no, you made it worse.
There we go.
How's that?
So Gerard, you've got a little bit. It's not actually 5 foot away. You're probably, I think you're about 20 foot away from Dybex, but because he flew. But you'll close that distance in any case.
I will move towards Dybex. I guess he's off the map somewhere down.
Yep.
Can't you see me? Can you not see me?
He's right there.
I can't see him. I can only see the top of the lowest Balgura's head and half of Vicar and half of the dragon dude.
You've got
That's
some
odd.
sort of weird dark vision thing happening.
Okay, let's have a look. Hang on a sec. I can.
It just looks like it's the end of the map.
That's
for
okay.
Me, to be honest.
What I'll do is I can go and have a muck around with your token, but if that's your turn, you're just moving away from them as best you can towards Dybex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like my
Can you-
archer
can you-
training has
can you-
taught me.
Can you see my ping?
I can only see the top quarter of it.
Yeah, okay. All right, so let's go dynamic lighting, on.
I mean, we can just, like this is a game of using your imagination, so we can just
Yeah.
imagine I'm down there somewhere in order to get the thing through, the game rolls through.
Yep.
So did you move your 20 foot towards me? Or have you only moved 10 foot so far?
Theoretically, I've moved next to you as much as I can
And
with the 25 foot that I've got.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to put him over next to you. You want to be away from the Balgura?
Yes, please.
Yeah, okay.
That's a good
That's
start.
fine.
Okay, so there, now you've moved 15. I know what we can do. This might be a bit better. Where are we? Okay, now I've just got a bit more space to play with. We can put you off here, Gerard. I can now see why there's some stuff missing. Reveal. There. I know it's a bit ugly because it's white, but now you can see what everything's all in relation to one another itself. Can everyone see that?
Yep, that's good.
Reveal. Oh, what the hell? Reveal areas. Okay. Balgura. They all go reckless.
Haven't they just been?
You
Didn't
know,
they just move?
They just got to us with the damage.
They've moved. They've done their thing.
Oh, Vicar, you just jumped in there. So what was Xanathia doing? Oh, that's right. Xanathia, you've just had a reaction attack, isn't it? So we're back
That's
to the
right,
top.
it was a reaction, yeah.
So we're back to the top.
And then, didn't he do the 45 damage just then to Or is that a legendary action, that bite he did to Lucian?
I think the turn order was out of order still. I think you've now put it in correct order. I think he's had his turn.
He's had one turn and vomited.
And then he did 45 points of damage to Lucian on his second turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, jumped in and bit him.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
see.
So he's done.
Okay, so I'm gonna go on to click click. That's what's happened. Is somehow it was out of order. Okay, so click click. You hear this engine roaring, and a demon grinder smashing into the back of this slug.
That's very click click.
and he rams it, and you can hear this like you know how it's got that spiky wheel at the front that just spins like a giant cheese grater gnawing away at this thing. And you hear this thing roar in pain and twitch. Xanathia. Xanathia.
He's just said AFK for a second.
Oh, did he? Okay. Well,
Maybe just go dragon, then back to Zan.
yeah, I will. So the dragon comes around. Stays where it is. Flies over the top of this thing, and when it gets to here, it breathes straight down. So the cone covers probably about half of the beast. And silver dragon. Okay, and does 58 cold damage to the thing.
Is that a chunk?
It's a chunk, but you find that it's slightly resistant to cold, so it takes half.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. Garamorian just flew over the top of this thing, breathed in a cone straight down on top of it, did about 30 damage to it, and then kept on flying, and now is at the other end and doing a wing over and barrel roll and circling back. And it's now your turn.
Do a barrel roll. Well, I mean, I still really wouldn't mind getting the hell out of there, really. I'm just not a close range fighter. I'm going to try and skirt around them if I can.
Okay. Okay, so you're already 5 foot away from these guys, so if you go... if I go no snapping, what's... you hold Alt down, isn't it? Or is it Control?
What's that for?
To put elbows in your measuring ruler.
So you select the token and press and hold it with the left mouse key, and then while you're holding it down with the right mouse key, you press that to add the elbows or the waypoints.
Ah.
Yep, like that.
Well, you don't want to get close to this thing. And now what's your distance if you... it's 150, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm going to go for the. I'm going to move back as far as I can. So what are we on? We're real scale now, aren't we?
You could get to there. You could get around to behind it with 150.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the maximum. Like that's 3 moves effectively.
Oh, I'd like to. Sorry, I forgot I had push to talk. I'd like to sort of stop here if I can.
Yeah.
And shoot over Vikar's head at this demon.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And mess him up.
Okay.
Zoom up.
And then are you going to use your bonus action to dash?
I think I will, yeah.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll move you 2/3 the way around, and then you can unload. Okay, roll to hit on the goobly. There he is. Better view.
That's a 16.
16 is a miss. It chunks into his solid, fleshy hide. Gets caught in the fur or something.
And
You get 2 arrows.
yeah, 2 actions. So second attack. Oh, that was great.
Wow. Okay, 15's a miss as well. And then you end up down there if you do your dash thing. Done your dash. Is that what you're going to do? Continue your move and then...
No, I'm actually going to do what I can. I'm not going to continue that dash. I'll sort of stay close to my friends and hope that this doesn't go very fucking south. But I'm going to use my bonus action. Instead to dash, I'm just going to use my bonus action with my last cleric ability.
Yep.
The war cleric ability. And I'm going to lay it on him.
Take it. Convert it to a free attack with your bonus action. Go for it.
Yeah, that's it.
16, 15, and 28.
28 to hit.
All right. With that final, you have two tracing shots. One goes left, one goes right, and one goes straight into his mouth and kills him.
Oh,
Cool.
Getting the kills on every demon.
So now if you had Slayer of Demon.
Okay, so it's
Devils
Nathan,
and giant
Demon
fish
Slayer.
thing.
Demon Slayer. I'll move you on. Galmorian's already gone. Gerard, you're down the back there, you've got a good view. What do you want to do?
Gerard, you can move 60 foot or fly 60 foot without a network. You double at 120.
Wow. Okay, I will fly sort of, can I make like a diagonal distance?
You have flyby,
Yeah.
so you don't provoke when you go past.
Wow, okay. Let me think about this then.
Just be aware, you don't have a lot of hit points, so don't mess it up, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I have hit points.
No, you have
No,
the
you
hit
have
points of an
20,
eagle.
you have 22 hit points.
Oh, I can't cast anything
No.
in this form.
You're a bird.
You have 26.
Okay.
You have 26 hit points and an AC of 13. Sorry, you've got 80 foot movement, so you can move 16 squares.
Okay, can I make it to there?
Yep,
Can you
definitely.
see my arrow?
Yeah, go for there. There's
Sure.
your move. Got it?
Cheers.
I don't suppose you want to pick Lucian up on the way out.
Dybex, you're an eagle and can't communicate that to him. Next.
No, but last week we spoke about tactics of a giant eagle.
Is that a dash or is that a single move to get to there?
Single move.
Nice.
It's 80 foot. He's got 160 foot movement. Oh, sorry, 160 foot if he dashed.
Well, if I can't cast spells to do anything else, I'll just enter the machine, our
Yep.
tank.
Okay, so the giant eagle goes and lands on the machine next to Click Click, gives you the thumbs up. And that's
One
Gerard.
bird to another.
Yes, Gerard. Oh no, Lucian, sorry.
I was about to say, when did Gerard get such luscious hair? But
Maybe he's born with it.
So might I ask, the larger creature, this I'm going to call it the party bus. Is party bus dead?
The party bus is on about half health.
Right.
Seriously injured. Bloodied in Gerard's terminology.
Well, I'll try and make it more bloodied. I will strike it with my first attack.
Okay.
Damn it, I'm not on that page anymore. Give me my weapon attack. There we go.
I mean, I don't know what.
I'm a class
I
21.
turn into an animal before I could cast any other spells. So
Okay, you hit.
Sweet, I hit body bust. Can it make a con save?
Oh, yep.
To be blinded or whatever.
Yes, okay, it passes.
But he does take 40 points of damage. 15 of which is physical, if it matters.
Okay, it takes the full damage, and you've taken a massive chunk out of it. You must have run alongside it and slit that bulgy pouch. Second attack, I presume?
Swing
Yeah.
upwards. Oh no! Poor thing.
Oh, critical hit. Awesome.
Okay.
You hit arm
Can
class
it make-
32.
32. Alright. It takes... Weirdly enough, it only just barely did more than crit. The regular attack did a little less than the crit. It takes now another 41 damage. It must make another con save or be blinded. I'm assuming it's evil.
Okay. It passes. Okay, but can you see its health bar? Less than a
It's a little
quarter.
too chunky.
Seriously injured
Less
now.
than-
Yeah.
Alright. And that shall... Oh, I honestly forgot about something. Alright, I'm going to use my bonus action to intensify the sword's light to make it stretch out from to bright light 15 feet around me and
Okay.
another 15 feet of light around it.
Okay.
Just make the sword extra bright. Green square is
Oh.
just everywhere where the light touches.
Okay. Everyone can
That
see.
little
Oh
one.
shit! I didn't want to see that. All those creatures. Lucian, Dybex, you're at the edge of the light where you like to lurk.
Wow. Lucian's gonna die. Alright, well. 1, 2, 3, 4. With one talon, grab
Again,
Vicar.
ye of little faith.
4, 5, 6. Sorry, 6. Grab Zanathia with the other claw. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yep. So
Giant
I've got
eagle.
Vicar and Zanathia in a claw each, and we're gone.
You can carry one person flying.
I have 2 claws, and I'm giant, large.
Hang on, I'm just checking.
Right.
I'm checking your strength. Hang on. Strength
That's
16. Oh yeah, that's fair enough. Who are you picking up? Vicar.
And Zanathia.
I am little.
Okay. You don't have.
And I'm cute.
If you're a giant eagle, you don't have flyby.
No, really?
No, that's an
Yeah.
owl.
Why did I was clicking on so many.
Ow.
I was clicking on so many creatures. I forgot. I did the wrong one. All right.
That's okay, because something I've realized now, and I've honestly completely forgot. Any fiend that's within my aura of the sword's light will have disadvantage on attack rolls.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
So Dybex, you fly over, drop down low enough to snatch up Vicar, and these two things can take attacks on you with disadvantage if you choose to do. If you want to do that.
Done. Grab
How's
Vicar.
the turning?
No, only one of them. Only one can get me if I go a different angle. So, since we're changing the way things are, I'm just going to go here, grab Vicar, and then go down this way.
I guess it's just me and Zanathia here.
No, Zanathia's not there.
Yeah, over there.
Yep.
No, he's not there. He's with me. I grab Vicar and Zanathia.
Okay.
You need to drop the spell off me, I think. I don't know. Unless we're trying to swing by with the car to pick up Lucian. Oh, Lucian can fly, hey, so he can just get to us.
Fine,
Yeah.
everything's fine.
Okay. So one attack at disadvantage. He misses you.
Excellent. So Zanathia in one is small, and sorry, yeah, whatever.
Yep.
And we're out.
Assuming it's fine, partly because Vicar's small creature, so 2 sizes smaller than you, and Zanathia is an elf that doesn't wear metal armor, so just approximating that she's actually probably pretty light with all the gear. and so a strength
Excellent.
16 flying creature can probably do it. I'm not going to worry too much about it. So is that where you get to?
Do you remember where I started? Because I have to recalculate.
Well, what's your speed?
80, so I can go 160 foot, which is 16. I don't know how many squares. So it's only an interaction or whatever to grab them. Okay, fine. It's an action to grab.
I don't think you're
interaction to grab.
I don't think it's an interaction. Okay, so there's your. That's pretty. 80 foot. You get a bit further than
Sure.
that. Hang on.
Right.
I'll move you a bit further on. Dybex, Vicar, you are being grappled. I assume you want to be grappled and you willingly submit to being grappled.
I mean, as he takes me, I'm like, the tides are turning. No, but I will let him take me.
Okay. Your hands are free. You can do something. Yep.
So 30 to hit on a chill touch at Cane Toad
Okay.
for 11 necrotic.
I'm just going to keep calling him Party Bus.
Yep. Keep chipping away. It's done.
And that's good.
Yep. Okay. Let's Vicar. These guys go. Oh, Balgura. Let's see. 1, 2, yeah. Okay. It's going to be stacks on. No, this guy can't get in. He'll have to go loping off. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 20 foot.
You're not allowed to be part of this party. Go away.
Okay. Actually, I'll just go to there. Oh, you guys are flying, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just run along underneath you. You're like you're in a chopper flying over the Serengeti and there's animals running along underneath you. All right. So Vicar, they get, Lucian, they get penalties to attack you.
Yes.
Let's see. So what's your class?
18.
18. So they need...
They call me Lucian 18A Steve.
11s. Okay. First one. Bite. Miss. Fist. Hit. Fist.
Oh wait, I guess you're right. I do have one. I'm going to cast Shield from the Ring of Spell Storing.
Yeah, okay. All right.
That's my only one.
Bite. Miss. Fist missed. Fist missed. Bite missed. 2 more fists. Miss. And miss. All of them are pummeling away. It's not like you're getting, romper stomped, and they're all just clanging off your shield, your armor, your magical force field around you. And you're standing there twirling your moustache dastardly.
I have no moustache. I twirl my beard.
Yes. Let's have a look at Croek's intelligence. No, okay, he's not clever enough. He tries to bite you. Better roll for his vomit. Yeah, okay. He misses you. Damn you. Okay. 19 and a 4.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. Click. Again, throws the you see Gerard click. Thumb the gear stick and throw the thing into reverse. Pulls back about 40 feet, 50 foot, 60 foot, and then slams straight into it at full speed, ramming into this thing again. Grinding away. It's not so much the running over like a lawnmower, it's more the slam that this thing does, more to buildings and stuff. It's an Aphia.
Click.
Okay, I am gonna bonus action Hunter's Mark onto the Shark Slug Fat Party Bast.
Okay, yeah.
How many more nicknames will we give it?
Yes. Hunter's Mark's done. That's your.
So
bonus.
that's me striking that off.
That's your bonus action.
So see if you can fit into that little girdle, and then I'm gonna give it a cheeky little one too. with sneak attack.
Oh,
Starting now. Oh, actually, is Lucian? I'm assuming Lucian's within 5 feet of the guy as
I
he
am
tries to
within
fight
5 feet of everything.
he sure is.
him. Okay, join us. Here we go. Attack number 1.
Come on, the water's fine.
Where's your hit roll?
Taking a second.
Dum 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 dum.
There we go.
29
29 to hit.
is a hit.
Okay.
10
Sneak
damage?
attack damage.
Oh yeah, okay.
10.
Plus the 10 piercing. so
Second
that's
attack.
20. 20 will kill him.
True hunter's mark.
Oh, was that how close? Bugger. There
Oh,
you
okay,
go.
yeah, and Hunter's Mark.
The Napier.
Okay.
Even killer.
With my second attack, I'm going to fire it into probably this Balgor if I can reach him. Yeah, I can reach him.
You can reach him.
So don't get sneak attack. Don't get Hunter's Mark. So it's just a straight shot. Here we go. He is a 16.
Balgura. That's a hit.
For 13 points of damage.
Raw. Done. Okay. And I think that's your turn, unless you want to. Oh, you're in the arms of the eagle.
In the
Yeah, that's right. I'm in the arms of, yes, the eagle.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Garomorian. Actually, what's Garomorian's?
Welcome to the fray.
What's Garomorian's speed? Where are we? Okay, Garomorian's going to come this way. Attack this thing. Doing 10, 20, 30, 49 damage.
Oh gosh. The dragon just clean up, hey.
Okay.
Still alive, though.
So, yes, we have a dragon on our side, but we also have Snathia over there just killing
Yes.
literally everything.
This is true.
You haven't got enough notches left on your bow.
It's whittled down to a matchstick.
Yeah. It's gonna lose structural integrity if you take out any more demons.
Okay. So that's Garomorian. Oh, and then continues to fly underneath the
South
eagle.
for the winter.
And Xanathia reaches for you. Dybex, you see sort of Garomorian sort of gesturing to his back with a claw.
Yeah, I'm assuming that he's got not ill intent, so I'll pass him over, I imagine.
Yep.
Or whatever he needs to do. I'm not going to resist him taking him.
Okay. And he gets probably about another 20 feet with you striding on top of the dragon, Xanathia. Can you roll a dex check, Xanathia?
Oh, I don't know. It's not my strong suit.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Not dex.
Sorry,
No, shush, don't
Just
say that. RNGesus will hear you.
acrobatics.
Acrobatics?
Yep.
That is my strong suit.
No, don't say it out loud. RNGesus will hear you.
Okay. So the eagle lets you go. You fall and land standing in a Spider-Man crouch on the back of this dragon's neck.
Is it superhero landing? Was it literally a superhero landing?
Yeah, you look like the Green Goblin riding his hoverboard thing, and you can stand there. You've still got a bow in your hand, and you're reaching over for it to notch an arrow as you sort of stand there, keeping your balance.
Wow, I love Zenobia. She is the boss.
Okay, that's Garamorian's turn. Gerard.
Can I? Oh, the thing is, do I even have enough intelligence to like hold an action spell at this point? I'm not sure I do.
Oh yeah.
You'd be surprised how smart eagles are.
Because I'm not sure what I can do.
Intelligence is 8, so you would know enough that you can cast spells.
Oh, 8. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I suppose it's a giant eagle.
Yeah.
So I.
Hey guys, it's
will
official.
try-
Lucian's as smart as a giant eagle.
Can I hold my action to
Yeah, you can ready an
keep
action.
a spell?
Yeah, but you need to say
The
what.
thing is with spells, if you ready a spell and you don't cast it, you lose the slot, don't you? Or
Yeah.
Yep.
so it might not be worth it actually. I will just. Oh, but it's my one slot of that level. I will. It's fine. I'll prepare a sacred flame.
Forgo
I'll
to
just
this
hold
time.
the sacred flame for now.
Lucian.
Alright. I'm just gonna look to these Valkyries around me. I just go, it was fun. I wish you the best of days. And I just disengage and just fly straight up 90 feet.
Okay. Disengage actions straight up. Birdman. Okay. You go straight up.
Yep, just straight up 90 feet.
Dybex.
Right, so Diabex will fly 80 foot towards the demon grinder.
Okay. No worries.
And he will deposit Vicar on the demon grinder.
Vicar, you are deposited.
I love
Damn
that.
Right, then he
birds.
will drop. Then he will drop the polymorph spell.
Okay. Bump. Cease to maintain concentration.
Then he
Done.
will Eldritch Blast the Belgura that is to the south, that is damaged.
Okay.
At which point in time shouldn't Thingy's spell go?
No, he wasn't reading it, so he didn't. Oh, was that a cantrip?
Yeah.
Okay,
I just
yep.
ready to cantrip.
Yeah,
just
cantrip
the-
can go for it.
I'll just cantrip this Bulgura that's nearest me. He's on
So
45 foot
your
away.
cantrip goes now, Gerard.
So I think I will cast it. He has
DC.
to make a DC 8 dex save or take 14 radiant damage.
Okay, he fails, and it kills him.
Wow, nice. Take
Alright.
that.
Anthony, if the target I'm about to kill dies, can I retarget?
Yeah,
or not?
definitely. Yep.
Just shoot it again, just in case it's not dead.
They're all
It's
about.
disappeared. Those things don't stay.
Double tap.
Alright, are any of these Belguras injured, or are they all looking okay?
The one to the far south is.
He's injured.
Oh, they're all injured a little bit because of the ice storm.
Alright, so the first attack is an AC... Oh, let's just read the card. So the first attack to the one on the south was AC 16.
That's a hit.
So it takes 8 points of force damage. Then I'll hit him again for AC 18 for another 10 points of force damage. And let's do it once more. AC 17 for 9 points of force damage.
Okay, so 3 Eldritch Blasts. Fusillade hits him. Doof, doof, doof. And they're all just standing there looking up in the air, shielding their eyes. And then the Eldritch Blast hit him in the back. Cool.
Alright, since I don't bonus action or a little bit of movement, I'll just in the demon grinder, is there like a gun or a weapon I can stand in front of or sit next to or
There
something?
is. There's a ballista, which you can take partial cover behind as well.
Alright, that's it. I'm done.
It's a harpoon. Vicar, you're now sitting on the demon grinder. Chill touch. Same guy, the injured one.
Yeah, same guy, injured one, 19. To the hit for 10 necrotic.
Okay. All right. He that stops him from healing and stuff as well, I believe. He's not dead though.
It would.
Yeah.
All good.
Okay. Click, click. Is there anyone? There's no one else on the ground at this point, is there? So click, click.
Nope.
Spins the thing around, holding this steering wheel like a bus, horizontal. Spins it around. The whole thing does a bit of a burnout. Sprays ichor and scab and stuff goes spraying out the back in this direction, and then he burns off and dashes. So ends up 180 foot to the west. Xanathia, you're on this dragon, and the dragon's now doing the movement, unless you want to do something movement-wise, but otherwise you can take attacks or cast spells or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, as we fly out, I'm probably just gonna gift horse this injured-looking Balgura as we sort of fly to catch up with the rest of us.
Yeah.
So move my Hunter's Mark onto him as a bonus action, and then let's do this.
Make sure to wait for when Gal flaps, so you don't just shoot him in the wing.
Yeah, get my timing right. That's an AC 22.
Okay, you hit him.
And Hunter's Mark is for an extra 2.
He gets a big red cross, and there's a little chalk mark of where the Balgura fell. Boom.
Okay, and just a cheeky little finger up as I go. This last arrow is going to go into our mate over here.
Okay.
And let's try this. 14.
Oh, that's a
miss.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I say to you, let that be a warning to you. And then I fly the dragon the F out of there.
All right, so the dragon then peels over at a 45-degree angle and sort of sweeps around in this sort of peels away, and then goes straight at the demon grinder, flying above it. Doing a dash as well, so going 160 foot. And I think at this point, because remember the party's already 180 foot from where they were because of Click Click's burning off. You're probably more than 200 foot away from these Balgura in any case, and Lucian's 90 foot up in the sky. Gerard, unless there's anything specific you want to do, we'll probably drop out of combat.
I think what I'd like to do, as I'm riding a what could be described as a lucky dragon or a luck dragon, I'm going to see if I can find an alleyway. And those bullies that bullied me at school? I'm just going to fly down the alleyway and shit them right up and get them to jump into a dumpster.
Okay. Awesome. Well, these two Balguras fit the bill, so they can go and jump down a hole in the scab somewhere.
It's them.
Yeah. And Lucian Yeah, sorry?
If we can move... Can I tell Flip to move the vehicle 10 feet closer to them?
We're actually further away than the map than you think you are, because we're 180 foot plus exactly where we were.
Oh, okay, so we're way out of... Oh, right, that's fine.
Yeah. So you're probably 250... You're 250 foot away at the moment.
Well out of range.
Yeah.
That's all good.
And Lucian will probably catch you in a couple of rounds.
Yeah, I'll just start flying towards him.
What's your speed, Lucian? 90?
90.
Okay, so you actually go the same speed as the Demon Grinder, but you're probably more likely to get exhausted if you dash round by round. So a Click Click will sort of take his foot off the pedal for a bit and let you catch up after a couple of rounds.
I tried to land gracefully, but I've not done this before, so I just fall into the back. Ow.
All right.
Then Gale comes down, it's just like a perfect landing.
Yeah.
Done this a couple of times.
Yeah. And after about 500 feet or so, half a mile, Click Click sort of pulls over and just puts the engine into idle.
Everyone all right?
Better than all right. We did it.
I didn't like our odds there, but we succeeded. Well done, everyone.
Nathia, you're going to be famous after today.
What, amongst all the demons and the devils?
They will whisper your name in fear.
It's
just that.
It's a group effort. It's a group effort. You're in the front line, and I'm just there getting cheeky shots.
I'll be sure to tell all the people of Elturel about how amazing you were, Xanathia.
That was very impressive. I felt pretty useless in that fight. I was going to try it. I mean, I was going to try a mass banishment, but I had the brain. I was a bird brain at the time.
Yeah, while you're the focus of being the bird to get the speed to get out.
Just gonna sheath the sword of Zariel.
It was fun.
So where to from here?
That is an excellent question.
That is an excellent question.
All right, we want to buy stuff, right? So we're going to find the market, and I would like to rest. I still actually got quite a few spell slots, but I imagine most of you don't.
I just
50% maybe.
Yeah, I have a strange combination of like lots of low spells and a couple of very high slots. Nothing in the middle.
You have spell slots. Be quite curious to see what this marketplace was. I was not there at the time.
Me neither.
It'd be interesting to see how they react to you now. I bet you get the best prices in town.
Oh yeah, is it a good idea for us to be parading Zariel's sword?
It's in a sheath.
I
I
mean,
don't exactly think it'll let anyone else touch it, even if they wanted to.
Look, we just get him a cloak. He covers over his head, and he doesn't talk to anybody.
Just gonna point at the wings. Sure.
We'll get you some note paper, and you can write what you want.
Can I just say one thing? This is so strange actually having wings now that actually work.
Yes.
They feel very nice.
do you
Little
think?
bloody.
Do you think your family
Can
is
someone
already
distract
restored?
him? Well,
I honestly have no clue. I'll have to find out once we get out of here.
I would need a short rest before I could be of any use. I certainly couldn't help find Mahadi's right now.
Oh look, I'll not say no to a quick rest. I may attempt a communion in the time, in that time as well.
Yeah, rest would be good.
All right.
are we near any sort of allies? Like, where's Mad Maggie in place in relation to this, or where the hell are we?
Bring up
Bless
the.
Did you just really say that? Where the hell are we?
All right. I'll see if I can.
Yes.
Grab this map.
I said,
Lucian's just all smiles at this point. He's just like, this is fantastic.
Well, I suppose where the hell we are is at the scab. But where the scab is in relation to everything else is I've forgotten. It's been a couple of weeks. It's been a hot
Was
minute.
this place a secret, or did they just not know what it was?
If I was to assume anything, it would most likely have been no one knew of it. It was completely covered.
It was
well,
full
by
of
that.
things that knew about it.
The demons knew about it, but it didn't seem like for some reason no devil went over there. There must be some.
it could be like one of those terrain things that sort of hides itself from people, and only if they happen to walk into it do they find it.
High magic, but possible.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's destroyed now. It's not like,
By the way, what was that creature of the abyss that was there? It got injured by the blast, but whatever it was definitely no mere weakling.
See, that's the weird thing, though. You've got a citadel encrusted in a scab, also holding some sort of demon at the same time. It's weird.
And a sword of an angel. There's a lot going on.
Well, if magic is to assume anything, maybe the temple got pulled up very quickly. For the scab and the rest of it, I do not understand how that could possibly happen.
The scab is an outfit, I would call it too busy.
So where are we?
Okay, so I don't know if I can't actually ping on this thing, which is a bit of a pain.
Well, Bex, we appear to be on the other side of hell. That doesn't exactly really answer any questions.
Could be the
Well,
yellow.
okay, what's the nearest
It could
what's
be
the nearest
yellow,
landmark?
Could be the yellow goop above the hell wasp nest. Looks like a scab.
Yeah, that's right.
Alright, if this thing was a
I could fly
if
up
this
and
thing
have
was
a
a
look
watch
around.
face, if this thing was a watch face, which side would we be? Like 6
Okay.
o'clock, 12, what are we talking about?
All right, so you can see the hell wasp's nest, Harriman's Hill's on there, the sundered chains which you crossed, which are almost in the middle of the place, and where those Styx watchtowers are, the highest of those three, is pretty much, and with that first arrow that points north on the Styx watchtowers, the green one, that's where Elturel is chained across. So you guys would have gone across the sundered chains to the north, past the Stygian dock, which is where the Flying Fortress docked in, and you sort of missed it. Then you kept on going along the river on the west side until you crossed to Harriman's Hill. And then you cross back to the hell wasp nest. And you can see the demon zappers there too, where you rescued the unicorn, going more to the west and south a little bit. And the at some point the bone brambles are there, which are then on from the demon zapper, and the bone brambles is where you met the hag and guarded her hangout while she went for a day spa. And when you went through all that burning area to get to the wrecked Flying Fortress, that was way out, and you went completely in the wrong direction and ended up in the Arcan's Tower and the Monument to Tiamat, which is at the far northwest, when you were trying to get to the southeast. You ended up, having that fight with the forces of Tiamat, crossing back the river and getting back on track, getting to the Flying Fortress, and it was then that you made a beeline back to the Green Arrow and Elturel to rescue it. You then, from the Planetar, gave you the information of the location of Olyanthus and the crypt of the Hell Riders, and that's to the southwest of the map, if you can see that there, next to the sort of ashy plain with lava around it. And there's a ravine, probably not on the map there, but around that crypt of the Hell Riders, not too far away, is that ravine where you went and fought the Ice Devil down in the swamp. At the bottom of the ravine, and what are we talking about now? The I'm trying to spy it on there.
Trying to figure out where we are.
Yeah. But
Oh look, a devil so big you can see him on the map next to Shumrath.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a few pretty big ones around. Yeah. So from the crypt of the Hell Riders, you went north where there's raining fire. The three clouds there, and it was around that area just to the west of the Demon Zapper. So that's, you estimate you're pretty much around there somewhere. Where those clouds are.
Where's Mad Maggie in this thing?
Oh, Mad Maggie is only just adjacent to the Styx watchtowers. If you look where the top green arrow is, on where the Styx watchtowers are, which is where Elturel is, just to the west of that, there's a few little forts and things like spiky bits. That's where Mad Maggie's I forget what it's called. That hand-shaped thing. Fort Knucklebone, that's it.
To say Fort Knucklebone.
So I mean, we're not terribly far from Port
No,
Knuckle,
if you go directly east, is and skirt north of the Cibriax, but south of the tower.
What?
The Cibriax, the floating ball thing with tentacles dangling down.
Yes.
But don't go so far north that you hit the river of lava and the Tower of Erm. Between the two of those, directly in a beeline east, and you would hit Mad Maggie's and Fort Knucklebone and eventually Elturel.
So either we park where we are and hide as best as we can, or we try and make it Fort Knucklebone and check a rest there.
Well, how likely are we to get to Fort Knucklebone? Well, at least in a reasonable pace, anyways.
Well, is anybody after us as far as we know? No.
Possibly 3 angry Balgoros.
2.
Okay.
Sorry, my
Okay,
apologies.
but
Nothing
2
important.
angry Balgoros.
But not only that, though, they're in hell. They're in Avernus or in hell, so it's not like anything that comes across them is also going to try and kill them.
Possibly.
I think maybe we rest here, long rest here, see what happens, and then ride for Maggie's or somewhere safe in the morning to really talk out what we're going to do next.
Are we want to get a little bit further away from where we were before? Like, is there I don't know. Is there any rocks around where we can sort of like park the thing in front of and sort of put a blanket over it or something?
Yeah, there's plenty of places where you can get cover. So it's wildly coyote country mostly when you're travelling around, and you can find mesas or little ravines and things.
So let's just head in the right direction until we find a nice mese. And park
Okay.
up.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this map on a separate picture so I can just pull it up and look at it.
Okay.
Probably Google it.
Xanathia, can you do a survival with advantage?
Okay, sure.
I'm assuming you're still the guide.
Yeah. I mean, if you were to sort of put it into dice rolls, you'd guess that I had about a +12 to survival.
Right.
So, not that it helps much here, but 17.
You had advantage, I think, before.
Okay.
Advantage makes it 24.
Oh yeah, 24. Sorry, yeah.
You feel that you've found a secure, or as secure as it gets in Avernus, location to rest up.
This is the spot.
Okay. Doing the full 8 hours to get everyone rested, I presume.
Yes, please.
And watches, just random watches.
I can watch.
Well, I trance, so I can take a quieter watch.
Yep.
I just need 4 hours, is it?
Yep, that's right. Okay.
I have at least a couple of watches before then.
There's no evening to speak of, but you have a bit of a ashy, dry rations meal of victory and have a rest. And everyone can spend hit dice or change spells or reattune to things as they see fit.
Rations. Okay. So we are taking a long rest or a short rest? Just making sure.
Do a long rest.
Doing a long rest?
Take a long rest by the sound of it. Yeah. Any requests for spells before I?
Revivify.
Oh, that's a given. I always have that.
Fantastic.
Can you
That
take it away?
has never done on my list.
I'm just going to make
Probably
a coffee while you're deciding, and then we'll crack on. And deciding what to do next, I guess.
Alright, so
I'll make a drink as well. And if anyone can think of like a commune question, I'll take it. I'll take it under consideration.
same for
Question number 1. What's the coin? Anyway, I'm getting a copy.
yes.
Yes, please phrase and say yes or no.
Now
question.
I could
Possibly
ask a more complicated question. I've got contact plane, so if you guys have any weirder ones, I can cover those.
Just
We
stay
can work
Stay,
together.
Yeah,
stay within 15 feet of me if you need my divine aid.
I can't.
Yeah,
fail
Vika, can you ask the question? What did Vika Prom get in exchange for fulfilling his contract? That's the question.
I got a gold coin. You saw it. Everybody saw it.
I don't think it's just a 1 GP. I don't think it's just a 1 GP piece.
No, it has significant value, but perhaps we should really take stock of all of our resources. I'm going to pull out the 3 soul coins that we got from the scab and be like, who else has more coins?
I don't think I've ever picked one up. I
can't remember who was holding the parties. I think it was Click, unfortunately.
I think also I was holding a couple of soul coins as well.
that's-
No, actually I don't remember. I was holding the Demon Ichor for the car.
I also have some more Demon Ichor, if you need any more.
Oh, we're rolling in Ica.
Yep.
Right,
No problem.
I'd really prefer not to do that.
So we have 3 soul coins, at least. We have Iron Flesk. We have Olianthus and his soldiers. We have
Olianthus.
1 war machine.
One war machine. We have some. We have a unit. We've met a unicorn. We have one of those. At least in terms of allies.
He went somewhere. I don't remember where.
I mean, if we somehow manage to drag the fight to Elturel, but I would prefer not to. We do have the companion.
Yes, I think this is probably the main focus of our conversation. Is we've got at least 2 jobs left, 3 depending on how you look at it. We've got to break the chains so that Dr. Manhattan can fly Elturel back home. And then we've also got to... Here's the thing, Lucian. We don't have to free the souls of the people who were promised to Zariel. I'm a bit of an expert in contract law, and that deal is over. No more Elturelian citizens moving forward are part of that. Only the ones who were unlucky enough to be caught in its trap in the first place. It's horrible, but it would make our job much easier if we didn't have to save them.
Possibly make the job easier, but I will be trying to save these people.
So those are in fact 2 separate goals. Break the chains so we can take Elturel back to the material. And number 2 is save their souls.
What if
And
we just
number 3
physically
is
break the contract?
Well, Lucian, that would involve killing Zariel.
Or saving her?
I believe this would perhaps save their souls, but I believe it would do nothing for the chains.
Just going to be talking for half an hour or so. I'll keep you up to date.
That would make sense.
Because they don't know what to do.
Oh, by the way, Gerard.
I think he's consulting his cups.
Oh, okay, I will let him continue.
Did you have any questions for the ritual this morning? I myself don't have many.
I have one that I'm quite hopeful is incorrect. I would wish to know would Zariel be able to tell that the sword has been freed?
Listen if you're going to
Is Zariel aware of the sword being free?
I feel like that would not be a bad question to ask.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Off you go
That's
now.
one Gerard can ask quite freely.
Is that him? Is that Gerard? He's finished with his cups.
I think that was Jesus. God.
There's a lot of gods.
Is Zariel aware of the sword being free? It's a good one.
What else do we have? So these are Gerard's questions, so they have to be yes or no answers.
And if you have a more complicated question, I'll take it up.
I honestly don't have a lot of questions really to ask anymore. It's actually
No,
I feel actually quite fulfilled, all things considered.
Well, you are lightened. Maybe you're also enlightened. That was a joke about you glowing.
Maybe I understood. It was quite funny, but I do feel a little different. My mindset feels a little bit different, but other than that, I still feel okay.
Here's my question / concept.
Yes, Diver.
If you gave the sword of Zariel back to Zariel, which I don't think you should do, but let's just say you did, would you go, yeah, great, thanks, and then break it, or keep it and use it against us, or put it away and still use it and still smash us? I.e., would giving the sword actually redeem her?
Excuse me, God. Would I know everything about the sword, since I've attuned to it?
What do you mean?
I wish to know about the part at the very end of the sword's description.
So if you gave Zadiel the sword, do you think she will... Well, I presume she's capable. It's more a question of what we think she'll do.
I don't know. It is actually the question. I'm unsure if the sword would even accept her anymore.
Yeah, but that's what I'm afraid of. Like, I guess if we're going to ask a question to the Outer Planes, or whoever's, would giving the sword back to Zariel redeem her? Probably, and I would say probably not.
I don't feel that just simply giving it to her is going to actually return her back to what she once was. I think she needs to realize what she has done, and realize that she can still be redeemed, but what she has done is inexcusable.
Look, she's been down here a long time with nothing but devils and demons to lead her example. I think she needs to see 5 heroes of the material plane coming to save her from her mistake. We can lie. We can say Celestia calls her home, but we're here to save her. Maybe there's some part of her that listens.
And also, let's not forget that you're actually quite an important looking kind of angelic type dude. So you would be the voice of Celestia to some extent now. So you could, that would go in your sway.
Yeah, and the other thing is, remember,
I'm blushing right now, but I am.
Remember her words. What were her words? Her words were like, "Would you do anything in my place, or would you risk it all for something?"
Would you risk it? Would you risk it all if you were in my place?
Well, she risked it and she failed, and it turned all to shit. So
I don't know if she thinks she failed.
So far, she is still doing what she wished to do.
Yes.
No, she has not stopped fighting. She just seems to be.
No, nothing's changed. Like when Belle was in charge of Hell, what has changed between Belle being there and her being there? Nothing. Demons are still descending into Avernus. The combat, the endless blood war is still occurring.
So she hasn't made a change. That's true.
At least that we're aware of. I don't know about you, but it's not exactly like I've had intimate knowledge of the Hell before and after. I would assume it's very similar.
What happens when you kill a Solar? Does anybody know? Do I know?
No.
I know.
No.
Maybe that's...
I'm going to use the logic of demons and devils for this, so I could be incorrect. I'd assume that they. We've also had Lulu as an example. If they're destroyed, not on their home plane, they seem to be sent back.
I fear she has naturalized to this plane. Her appearance is no longer celestial, by all accounts.
Well, she did. I think it was more like she sacrificed her power to make the dome and all that, so maybe that could explain her diminished appearance.
I also wonder...
And if she were naturalized, she would have reformed on this plane, as I was hoping when I tried to cast Sending on her, but she seemed to reform elsewhere. Though now that you mention her, I could attempt summoning actually today. I finally can use my spell.
That is one of 10 allies we might need.
I'm not sure Lulu will cut it, but yes, I'll definitely welcome her
Well,
back.
if Lulu was destroyed, maybe she regained her memories.
To be honest, Gerard, with your recent power, you could summon not Lulu, some other Holyphant. I know it doesn't fill your heart, but it would fill our ranks.
Feel the need.
Yes.
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
The only problem is that the creature you summon need not necessarily be loyal to you, whereas Lulu is loyal to us.
Or at least thinks
Sure.
of us as friends.
True enough. Summoning such a
Yeah.
thing into battle mightn't be the best idea.
So I have two summon spells. One that would summon a celestial, but that is limited to unicorns and the like. Not the very high level celestials. And the spell that would let me summon something more powerful only brings to me a being that's under control of my deity, or at least in league with my deity. So not necessarily Lulu. So it's sort of one or the other.
Here's a question. More power in exchange for loyalty.
Speak on that. What do you mean?
Well, as we've said before, we can attempt to try summon a celestial, and I feel like they would be willing to help us, but probably it depends on which one you would summon. Maybe you summon a Holyphant with a bad boy attitude that just goes, "I don't wish to listen to you. Why am I here for some reason?" As
No,
you
you
said
had-
before.
This is a good point. The rank is very important. Perhaps if your ring casts this spell, or even if the summon just sees you in our presence, he will respect your station.
Possibly, but that's expecting a lot. But we'll need to figure it. We'll have to figure this plan out. I don't think that we're going to be attacking her immediately, unless, of course, and I just kind of like touch the sword, like unless she knows this is gone.
Yes, that's question one, for sure.
Yeah, agreed.
I think we make sure that she can't follow us, and hopefully she can't follow us. But I say we go to this marketplace. We figure out our plans from there.
Yeah, I could use some more arrows.
Yeah, how many have you used? I didn't even. I just saw arrow after arrow after arrow after arrow.
250,000.
Well, when you shoot 2 to 3 per round.
What is a round?
Yeah. A round is a roughly 6-second period.
I'm gonna
Okay.
start.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna start drawing
Which-
a big snow, like a 5-foot circle snowflake in the sand, and I'm gonna sit in the center of it. And I'm gonna, it'll take me 11 minutes, but I'll start ritual casting contact other plane.
Okay.
Oh, what?
In the meantime,
What do you?
any
Okay, go ahead.
questions? Fire away. I only have one. So, question one is Zariel aware of the sword's movement?
Who are you contacting?
No, sorry, Anthony. This is just me talking to the party still. Like, which questions are we going to ask?
Hypotheticals. Okay.
Yeah.
Is
I
Zariel
think we-
aware of the sword being free? One. Go.
If the answer is yes, that she does know that it is free, maybe ask if she's able to track it.
Okay.
I mean, that's a yes or no question that I could do.
I don't. Either way, I'm more like throwing out at least ideas of what to
Question
say.
Yeah,
three
definitely.
is by which monument is Mahadi closest? Or which monument will he next set up closest to? And I've got 2 more questions.
We could also ask, it's got to be a yes or no, is
I
it?
can't,
Yeah.
His one seemed to be a
Okay.
bit more.
So we could,
So we have sending.
yes. Ooh. Diabex, genius.
Hey Mahadi, we'd like to come and purchase stuff. Where are you tomorrow?
Slow clap.
yeah, that's good. I was thinking, could we ask something like, who do, who do we make allies with down here in order to get the best result? Do you know what I mean? Like, who should we go and see or trade with or barter with, or do we still go with Zariel?
I think we go to Zariel no matter what. It's a question of who we go with. But I could ask, in this entity's most favorable opinion, what's our best shot at an ally?
Yeah.
I'd assume if we are planning on speaking with Zariel, possibly we could drag Oleanthus over there.
He told us he would meet us there somehow. Mysterious fellow.
I'm assuming he has some way of knowing that we're there. You know, now that I think about it, he's under the control of Zariel. If she's probably going to call in all of her allies to her aid as soon as we approach.
Let's hope she's not aware of the sword's movements, otherwise plans will change quickly.
It will change very quickly indeed.
Is there a final question on anybody's mind?
With Gargoth at large in this plane.
Not a bad question.
Vicar pales and tries to keep poker faced and very well. Question 5, is Gargoth still in this plane?
I'd like to hope that he's just off somewhere, still trying to put himself back together.
Maybe he's no longer a pit trained. All right. So question 1, the snowflake flashes a bright blue. I contact a mysterious demigod, long dead sage, or and is it in the chat? Yep.
Oh, hang on, it's in the chat for Roll20, right?
Yes.
Let's have a look.
Accidentally contact Lucian because he's technically a demigod right now. Wait, no. Whoops.
Lucian, hang up. Hang up the call.
I'll get off the phone call.
So intelligence save, is that your saving throw for the spell?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I just make it, but I can reaction add 4 to that if I don't.
That's what she meant by you can't fail it anymore.
Okay.
Diggity daffodil.
All right.
Is that some sort of celestial word?
Okay.
I swear, Celeste.
You make contact with some being which you don't know what it is, but you have contact.
I have no idea.
No.
What is your name?
Who am I speaking to? Take
Yeah, who am I
66
speaking to, please?
damage.
Asbiel.
Asbiel. Well, you've got to shoot your shot, I guess. Asbiel, is Zariel aware of the sword being free from the citadel?
Zariel does not know the location of the sword.
Question number 2. Is she able to track its movements?
It is completely hidden from her.
Lulu did a good job. Okay.
Thank you, Lulu.
Which monument will Mahadi set up nearest to next? Landmark, I would say.
Yep. The Tower of
That's 4. So the last question, is Gargoth still at large somewhere on this plane?
Yes.
Go. I convey all that to the party, honestly.
I didn't know gulp could be a response, but that is quite fascinating. Well, that's not good, is it?
We can move as we please. We should make way for the Tower of
Tower of Erm is to your north. It was the place that you were skirting through between that and the Cyrebex.
And we are not done with the 10th Lord.
Too much to ask.
Well, technically, Vicar, only you and me are not done with the 10th Lord, but the rest of them could walk away.
Yeah.
I have these now. I can fly away.
Hopefully it's like, when you stand up to the bully and you hit him back, he stops picking on you. You'll see.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be just like that.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, that he still exists is one good thing. I'm assuming that coin is probably some favor from him, so at least it's still... What's the word for it? It's still redeemable.
A bargaining chip.
And then he joins your gang as the big lug-like ogre
Oh,
from
no, I'm saying that
Revenge
you
of the
put coin into
Nerds.
the slot. Oh, sorry.
Like ogre from Revenge of the Nerds.
I was more like thinking that you can still put the coin into the slot machine to receive your payment.
Ah, right, yeah. Okay, so you got your questions?
That would have been an option.
No,
That would have been a
those are the 5
reasonable
questions.
option.
That's it.
So the two directions you've got facing you is either east, back towards Mad Maggie's, or northeast towards the Tower of Erm and presumably where Mahadi's is.
I think the Mad Maggie's was like we don't have anywhere else to go. That's our last option. But now that we have Mahadi's, that's probably the better option.
Okay.
Yeah,
Your
let's cover Lucian in mud.
Yeah,
Get that
Click Scavenger is at Mahadi. Is at Mad Maggie's, so he's keen to get that at some point.
Is Click now an NPC? How does that work?
Yeah, effectively, I'll still have Click not just vanish, but yep.
Alright, cool. Fabulous.
She's the driver.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we need her, she's got another pattern.
All right, to Mahadi's, or to the tower.
Okay, Xanathia,
The tower.
you can do a survival check. And
Okay,
roll-
with advantage or anything, or
no advantage. Yes, with advantage. The advantage simulates that you've got Click sort of helping you, and you're nutting your heads together to figure out the best path forward.
oh, okay, cool. So he's helping.
Yep. Okay.
29 then.
So you make good time and don't get into any trouble. Now you need to just roll 2d6. Okay.
That's a 5 and a 4.
Okay. You know from travelling around quite a few journeys that distance seems to stretch and bend in Avernus, and it's the map is really only relevant for showing the relative directions for things, and it's even possible for not so much things don't change their location, but space bends so that you think you're going in a straight line when really you're doing a big U-turn, which is probably how you ended up in Tiamat's lair. But you make good time, stick to the areas that give you the best cover, don't attract any attention, and you eventually see a ring of demon grinders, all in a circle and with a gap in them, and many tents and pavilions and things on the inside. Mahadi's, as you remember. There's one thing as you're driving this distance that far off to the west you can see flashes of lightning on the horizon and large pillars of plumes of smoke.
That's the way
Oh,
Elturel
shit.
is, isn't it?
Yeah, to Mad Maggie's in Elturel. But you've reached Mahadi.
Is there like explosions and stuff? Or
No, it's more
is
like
it
looking
just
at the
lightning?
storm that's beyond the horizon.
Oh, okay.
So 50 miles away or more, depending on the nature of the size of the storm. But yeah, land ho.
Can we get a proper meal, like a meal that will taste of not ash?
Yeah, but the problem we've got is we're low
I'm
on
going to
soul
give the
coins.
3 soul coins to
only
Xanathia.
for soul coins here.
Can I give all 3 to Xanathia? I'm just spending gold today.
Okay.
Xanathia, whilst I understand meals are important, we actually need something to drive the cars, and we maybe have to trade with something later on.
That's fine.
can
I'm
always
used to
contact
stalking the
the
Underdark, so like eat what you can when you can. All the more reason to want to kill Zariel and or at least overthrow Zariel and get back to a decent meal.
Definitely
Okay.
looking forward to that decent meal.
So you're welcomed into Mahadi's. Welcome. You Click parks the vehicle, and Galmorian stays with it, with Click.
Since I feel like it would be best if I stay out here, I'm gonna go into my gold and pull out 1500 Xanathia. If
Yes.
they do actually accept gold, could you please acquire me a set of plate mail armor?
Very well. I don't know how I'll get on with the price negotiation. That might be your department, but
I just hold out the sack of 1500 gold. I just grab 2000 gold and just hit and hold it out in the sack. This is an extra 500 gold in there. I don't mind if it costs extra.
Plate armor, you say?
Yes. I do not know if they have a blacksmith, but I do not think that they will allow me inside.
Very well. I'll see if I can locate an armorer or a smith or a fletcher or anything like that.
If you need any more arrows, just use the extra gold to acquire yourself more.
I really could use them, thank you.
No worries. It's not exactly like I need the money down here anyways. Thank you.
You wait for those demon sales, that'll be something.
Can't wait for those fire sales. Going to be quite great.
We're slashing prices on fire!
We're hacking up prices like we're hacking up souls. Thank you very much.
Shall we split up and shop? Xanathia, you handle the armor and ammunition. I'll go get all the spell scrolls. If there is a spell scroll store. Gerard, could you look for dust and components?
Certainly. I have some gold of my own, but naturally I'll be using it to purchase, as many diamonds and other reagents. Do you have any requests?
Yes. Could you get me 200 G of diamond dust and 500 diamond, if possible.
How much was it for a Revivify?
Revivify is a 300.
Yes.
Could you use part of the gold that is left Xanathia that I gave you to acquire one for me if you have any left, of course?
Certainly, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, everyone.
Sorry, what did you need, sorry?
If you could acquire me a 300 gold gem for the Revivify, just in case, that would be out of the money that I've given you. The rest you may use for whatever you see fit.
Very well.
Basically, I have an extra 300 gold to play with. You can buy whatever you want with them.
Okay.
Lucian shall remain here with the dragon.
Just to simplify, things in Mahadi's, usually you buy them for soul coins, is how it trades, or in lemurs, or other currency that you don't have. You can just buy stuff with gold, or with mundane treasure, but the prices are at 150% of what they are in the player's handbook. So 150% more than whatever it is listed as in the PHB at a regular inn or tavern or whatnot. What that means from the
Does that mean times by 1.5?
Yeah, that's right.
Times by 2.1?
No, 1.5. So, for example, if you wanted to buy 300 gold worth of diamond dust, they'll charge you 450, and then you write on your so it costs you 450, but you what you have is 300 GP worth of diamond dust on your character sheet.
Okay, maybe I should have just gave Zenithia all my money.
Things like arrows and things like that, it's all the same.
Same for diamonds.
Yeah, yeah.
Is the spell scrolls available?
There are. It's the same issue that it costs more. Basically, everyone knows that everyone's desperate in Avernus, and there's a lot of money going around. So
I will kill them all.
yeah,
Okay, so that'll include the ink and paper. Cool.
yeah.
Hopefully someone comes back. Hopefully Zenithia later comes back out and goes, the prices are way more expensive. Just take all my money.
No.
Yeah, I would let you know. Like, I'd come back and go, well, I hope your pockets are deep.
Yeah.
I have a lot of money that I have not got to use yet, so just 300 gold, 3,000 gold in total. I've just kind of accumulated over time.
Yeah.
Just I know it will cost more, but it's fine.
It's not that warriors have a lot to spend on. It's a bit rough for the wizards. Okay, so your visit here is a lot less eventful than the first time round. Couple of people recognise you from the last time you were here, because it's not actually been that long that you've been adventuring. There's not been a lot of long rests that you've taken. It might have only been a week or two between the start of your session here and now. But you do hear of people talking of battle and turmoil to the east.
I just go back to the war machine and start scribing spells.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, welcome back. That was quick.
So I'll assume
pretty uneventful in there. It's a nice market.
If
From
we
an
talk to
adventurer's-
somebody, will
from an adventurer's league perspective, I'll assume you can just spend whatever downtime you want to spend for calculating what you want to scribe
awesome.
or do or whatever.
Yep.
Okay, sorry, Dybex?
talk to somebody and ask what's happening what's everybody talking about?
There are swarms of demons converging on the city over the Styx.
I'm assuming there are swarms of devils then running to face them because they wouldn't want devils running around?
The devils have been in a sort of steady defensive line and a standoff with skirmishes with demons, but now it seems that two demon lords have come in leading armies from both the north and the south simultaneously. But it looks like the Lord of the Realm is rumoured to be en route with a similarly sized army to see them off.
Okay, thanks.
Has there been any news of Zariel recently? Has there been any sightings or has she done anything recently?
Can you roll a charisma? Oh, investigation would be enough if you want to do investigation instead. But otherwise, it's persuasion to get people chatting.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely go with investigation, please.
Yeah.
And that really helped.
Okay. All right. No word of Zariel specifically doing anything.
Okay, I'll just be about my way and try and get this armor for Lucian.
Okay.
And yeah, I will definitely try and... So arrows are still the same price? So arrows are still 1 gold, or they're now 1.5 gold?
1.5, yeah. So it'll cost you 30 for a quiver of 20 arrows.
I assume this goes for like all spell components as well, like not just like gold dust, but like let's say if someone wants like
Yes.
a gold figurine worth 500, it'll be worth 750, whatever.
Yeah, you'd buy
Cool.
one that's only really worth 500, but you're paying 750 for it here.
No, I get it. I get it. Yeah, it's like across the board.
Gerard, I'll
Fair
just
enough.
get a 300. Thank you. I'll sort it out.
No, it's all good. I have plenty of gold myself. Like, I'm happy to buy multiple gems. I'm just thinking, do we want the 300, 450 gold, that which lets me revive you if you've been dead for a minute, or if you want the 500, which would be 750 gold, but it gives us more time. So, like, if we have to flee the battle and come back, we can potentially still res you.
No, I'll take the 300 for me, or the 450 rather.
Okay.
Darbex is going to get 4 healing potions, 300, 2 500 GP gems, which is 1500. 1000 GP gem, which is 1500. 2 300 GP gems, which is 900. And 2 healers kits, which is 75. That is the 1.5 price.
Yeah, no worries.
I think Xenophia's going to try and get maybe. I must admit, I haven't been keeping track of her money, but she hasn't really spent much.
Yeah, I haven't. Jason, help me work out.
So I'm the only one, I think I'm the only one, besides really like a few arrows here and there and some stuff, who emptied my gold, and I'm already back up to 4,100. So
Oh, crap.
all about
Wow.
5,100.
I was gonna say, I don't think I've ever touched my gold.
I'm 6,114, and I haven't spent anything since we started this adventure.
Oh, okay. In that case, then I think I'll spend about $1,000 getting a couple of gems. Do you reckon?
And I use a religious log sheet, like it has every session tracked. Though I did miss 2 sessions from being sick, so that's the only other thing.
Are you happy to, Anthony, for us to have 6,000 gold then, or something?
What you can do is
5,000.
Just mark down what you're spending. So long as you spend less than about, if you're only going to spend less than 2,000 gold here, then just mark down what you've spent, and we can just retrospectively work out how much you've earned up to now.
I think Divex did the min gold.
How many arrows do you get when it says ammunition arrows cost 1 gold? Is that 20?
Yeah, it's 1 GP for 20.
Okay.
So it's 1.5 GP for 20.
Okay, cool.
Nothing you really need to worry about. Xenophia. Hang on. There's a hobgoblin there who comes up, who gestures at you from a tent and says, welcome customer, I have some wares that one such as yourself would be very interested in. Hobgoblin.
She says, very well, go on.
Okay, you can hear from inside the tent a sort of yip, yip, ruff, 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 ruff.
Oh my god, it's a doggo. Oh my shit, I want that dog.
Oh my shit, I want
Come on, little man. I've got candy in my van.
And she's like, she pushes past the hobgoblin to go and check out the dog. Is it a dog or is it just something much worse, scarier?
You see 2 dogs sort of play fighting. They're both puppies. One's completely sort of ash black and has 2 heads, and has a sort of green glow coming from its eyes, and it's sort of one head sort of playfully biting on the leg of the other dog, while the other head's sort of looking around at you and panting. The other one is sort of more got a rounded muzzle, and has a very short-haired coat, and you can see around its nose, in its mouth, and its eyes are all sort of like glowing embers. And they're sort of...
Oh, is that a hellhound?
It's like a hellhound pup, yeah. And it's rough and tumbling with this death dog.
And the other one's what, like a Cerberus, like a death dog?
Yeah.
Did you say?
Yeah.
Wow,
And he says,
And
yes,
how much are each of them?
1 soul coin.
Oh, man. We don't really have the soul coins to spare, do we?
I don't know. For an ally, depends how strong he is.
Well,
It's a puppy, it's not a trained dog.
Yeah, they're both pups at this stage. But seem
If we survive this.
seem feisty, but they're by no means, attacking each other.
well, I obviously really do want a dog, but the two concerns I have literally are what kind of a dog parent would I be bringing it into battle as a pup, and we don't really have the soul coins to spare. Do we?
What's Zanafia's opinion? Do you have soul coins to spare to have a dog?
Well, always, yes, in my eyes, but I don't want any frowns coming my way for running out of gas halfway in hell.
Click will keep it in the demon grinder if you are going to go off fighting giant slugs again.
Can I buy the dog, guys?
I am in the car right now talking to the dragon. I don't have an opinion on this. You do what you want.
My vote is: can it wait until after we survive the cataclysmic showdown with an Archduke of Hell? Will this puppy still be available?
Yeah.
Parties is hard to find, maybe it won't be here next time.
Oh, look, how many soul coins do we have? I thought we had quite a few.
I have 3, which I gave Zanafia. I don't know where the parties went.
I haven't had any. I think Click had a lot of them.
He says
We had a whole bunch.
last week he didn't have any puppies, but he had loads of baby bone whelks, but they all sold out.
Yeah, I want one. I think I'm going to get one.
Do it.
Yep. And if you ask me, I'm just going to say, they had a sale on, it was gold that I had to use. It was fine.
All right.
Alright, then can you give me back the soul coin change? The soul coin change. I'm sorry, I got mugged.
It would be like lying to my missus about online purchases.
All right, you turn up back at the party with the 1 soul coin less and this hellhound pup in your hands. So I just had to get him. It was a sale.
I'm doing it a favour. I'm giving it a good life. That's what I tell myself.
All right.
Is it male or female?
You can decide.
Hell is a slippery slope. Just, one more lie, that'll be alright. It'll be okay.
Not all demons and devils are bad after all, Zanafia.
They're already lying to each other.
I can't.
It's that nature-nurture argument, isn't it? If you get them young enough...
We'll see.
I'm just gonna say by oath, I cannot lie.
Screech was all right.
It's pretty okay.
Screech.
Oh, and I also got Lucian's armor for him as well, at that horrendous price of, what was it, $3,000 or something? Or
If plate armor is 1,500 and it's like 1.5 times, I did the math on a calculator because I didn't want to bother. It's 2,250 gold.
okay.
What's this
Which you
for? Plate or splint?
Plate.
Right. Okay.
And I might use his remaining 300 gold to get myself, basically all I need is arrows and a few little components for my wizard spells.
How much is 300 gold worth of arrows?
I know, this might be a bit too much, hey? I'll get 500 arrows and that's like 55 gold or something.
Just gives you like a barrel.
Anthony, there's one other thing I want, which is a scrying focus, and that was normally 1,000 GP, so I'll spend 1,500.
Okay.
Oh, finally, a scrying focus. Do you have the spell?
Yep. Well,
Oh, I have the spell. I can just prepare it.
well, you can borrow mine if you need to use a focus then.
All right. So
I'll just prep
everyone's
the spell
all
from now on.
everyone's all finished their shopping.
Yeah, just about.
I'm just writing it down so I can do the maths of it later on.
Okay.
I've finished scribing all of my scrolls in record time.
Okay.
Lucian, and I'm going to hand you
How did your book not catch fire? You
several
had questions going across the page.
Several quills did catch fire, but we got it done.
Fantastic.
Now
I have a scroll I wonder if you could cast for me, Lucian. It's not within my power.
Let me have a look.
I pass you a Find Greater Steed scroll. It's a 4th level spell scroll, but it's a paladin one, so I can't cast it.
Should be able to cast this with no issues.
I was thinking maybe you could cast it into your ring, and maybe I borrow it. And give it
Alright,
back.
just 1 second. I still need to get rid of the spell. And I'm just gonna cast like polymorph on just like some random little like bug that walks past. Alright, that's gone. Grab the scroll. I shall cast Find Greater Steed. It'll take about 10 minutes. And I'll just pop it in the ring.
You got to make an Arcana check, DC 14.
I'm pretty sure I don't, because I do have my class has the ability to cast it, and I have the slots for it.
Well.
Yeah, because he can
At
actually.
least if I remember rules for scrolls correctly.
Yeah, you can cast that level of spell. You just don't, as a paladin, can't know or learn those spell levels. But like, you can cast a 1st level spell at 4th level.
Right.
Okay.
Alright, and I'll take off the ring. This will only take about a minute to attune to. Here you go.
Well, it's a very fancy version. I like it.
I found a Dragonborn gave it to me before I left. It was quite nice of him.
Huh. And then I will say, Griffin, and hold out my hand, and cast Find out of the ring. Cast Find Greater Steed.
Okay. A black griffin with flaming wings appears.
Ha ha.
It's a nightmare griffin.
That's so cool. A little part of me wonders if when I take my dog back to the real world, will it become a normal dog?
It'll become a Labrador.
Be adorable. That little like
That's
block of
awesome.
text there is Find Greater Steed if you want to read it.
Yep.
I love him. Thank you, Lucian.
There's absolutely no issues. I wonder how they're going inside.
He does detect as a fiend, though.
Ow.
Fucking
Actually,
a red beagle.
I can actually see
Instead
what I
of
think
healer's
I can
kit.
see what it actually looks like under there. It's quite interesting.
Now, from this, it's not like Familiar where you can just sort of send it into its pocket dimension. You've either got it, or it's...
Oh, you don't got it.
You haven't got it, and you need to cast the spell again. Expensive way to do it. You need another scroll, I guess. Is that right? If it dies?
I think it might. Yeah, if this one dies, it's the same as just if it dies, it's gone. But
Yeah.
you can't just pocket dimension this guy.
Yeah. Okay.
But then again, this is a better familiar because you can actually fight.
Also remember, I need 100 GP worth of incense for getting my nog back here and there.
Yeah.
By the way,
So that'll be 100.
it does know one
That'll be
language of
100.
your choice. So what do you want it to know to speak?
150 for 10 castings, no worries.
Yep, I'll write that down.
Do you need to know what I bought, Anthony?
Yeah, run us through the cool stuff.
I just bought a 1 healing kit, 2 300 gold worth diamonds, and then 1,000 gold value gem encrusted bowl.
Oh, that's for
So it's
the
all
that's for
spell
the that's for the
components.
scrying, isn't it? Okay, no worries. Just means it's it's because I don't investigate character sheets or anything, but
Oh yeah,
no surprises
yeah. I
when
still,
you whip out your crystal
Yeah.
bowl and I go what?
yeah.
Can I just say I have like
still
3 swords in my
like a
inventory?
craft. 3 swords. You can sell the useless swords.
I could, yes, but I like these swords.
The next
I wonder
day,
what happens if I cast holy weapon on your holy sword. Does it just like
Ah.
cancel it?
You immediately ascend.
Look at me, I am going god now.
Neil.
I have. I mean, I don't have 3 swords because I gave my old +1 sword to Rhea back at
Yep.
back at town. It's been a
Elturel.
while though. I just kind of looked at my notes and went, oh yeah, I forgot I gave you my sword.
Throughout the day, or towards the while you're sort of still resting up and counting what change you've still got left over and whatnot, you hear a bit of a muttering and a few people walking towards the entrance and looking out through the gap between the demon grinders to the south.
Oh.
You can see there's a couple of creatures sort of talking to one another and pointing sort of up
Uh-oh.
out of your line of sight.
I'll cast Disguise Self to look like a red cap
Okay.
and run up and be like, what's the hubbub? What's going on?
Okay. All right. You can see dust in the distance. A big cloud of dust and some specks. I'll let you roll a perception check. See how good your eyes are through the smoke and the haze and the glare.
Just adding a spell. Perception +2. That's just
Sort of
+2
like-
to this.
Sort of like squinting to oh god, sort of like squinting to see the sails or what's on a pirate's flag.
Just dust. I don't get it.
Yeah, there's
What are
nothing
you looking
exciting
at?
there.
I'll run back to the thing and be like, no, it's just some dust. It's nothing to worry about.
Could
You
the
sure?
fight be coming to us?
Should we meet it halfway?
I can cast sending to the companion if you want to check in on them.
Yeah, let's arm ourselves with some information.
You do that.
Sorry,
I'm going
are
to-
we still
I'm
at
going to-
Mahadi's?
I'm gonna
Yeah, you
fire
are.
up just-
Well, guys, he's got his own guards and his own fighters here. It's not like we need to be involved. We've got like a greater mission involved. Let's just,
I think that's the mission going up in
Leave?
smoke.
what do you mean?
All I saw was dust, but it was a big dust bowl, a very long way away.
Heading towards us or just where it
I mean,
was?
I couldn't really tell. It was real dusty, you know, like dust.
What?
The distance and the perception.
Pardon me, God.
Hmm.
Me's just sitting outside with I always forget the dragon's name, Ramiel.
Galmorian, yeah.
Galmorian. Do I notice this large dust cloud approaching?
Yeah, you can have a perception roll, and this can, I guess, be the party's roll, so you can roll it with advantage.
Well, I was just like by myself, so I was fine.
Oh,
with
okay,
making my
yeah,
own.
yeah,
It's okay. 14.
okay. Remember you saw those floating knife blades, the fortresses?
Yeah.
Well, there's you think you can see a line of them. They're just like little blades in the distance, and they're all in a line, and they're all travelling east.
Is that what the city is?
In that direction, yeah.
Oh no! I'm going to go try find the others.
Okay,
Like
yep.
I'll fly over the gate if I have to.
Oh,
I
everyone's
I
all
need to get
just
to
sort of
them.
hanging out, picking their teeth, eating some crappy food.
There's a cop over the wall. Flatten. Go over. I suggest we get moving.
What have you seen?
It appears... You know how there's that large ship, I guess would be the best way to describe it. What looks like a giant sword going across the land?
Oh yes, I know that.
There are several of those heading in the direction of where the city is.
Are those devil or demon constructs?
I'd assume devils.
Blast.
Well, isn't that Zariel's forces going there to fight the devil lords, the two devil armies?
I'd like to hope so, but I thought it was important to give you a warning.
She's also going to claim her prize.
Possibly.
Well, I think she's got to get there first. You know what I mean? Like, she's going to have to deal with the devil armies first before she does that, I imagine.
I'd also like to hope so. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the car. Just like starts flying away awkwardly.
Yep.
Look, we can drive, or I can attune to the helm and take us, if Xanathia would permit this, but maybe we want the demon grinder in the battle with us. It's good protection.
Probably.
You're welcome to use the
Need
helm.
repairs.
I say we ride.
Okay. Back towards the
Well,
Back towards Elturel.
Elturel. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, yeah, I imagine I say that, looking at you all.
Already
Well,
flying back towards the car.
If anybody asks, devils ask, we're here to kick some demon ass.
Okay. Yeah, she doesn't know about the sword. You're right. We might be able to...
We have to hide.
Well,
hide it.
truthfully, we've just killed a bunch of demons, haven't we? Like a shitload, a shit ton.
probably accomplish more than she has in 2 weeks.
It's probably not the words I would use, but you know what I mean. The intent is the same.
But if we don't show ourselves to be enemies, we might be able to get through them, or at least up to Elturel without being attacked by them.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you
We need to find ally. Maybe whilst they're fighting it out, we can scramble and find an ally, though.
Maybe try for Lulu or something else if you feel it, but...
okay. Are you? I think you've got plenty of demonica, like loads of it. Click offers to start using that. Are you trying to get in front of these knife blades, or and beat them there, or?
Sure. And when you say Click wants to use the Ica, you mean use it for the car, right?
Yeah, not sort of have it like links.
Not a drink for the road.
One for you, one for me. One for you.
Insight check.
Like no drink and driving.
Yeah.
Do not drink it. No. Click. Don't drink it.
Let's hold
He just
some
puts
ass.
a little bit on his inside of his wrists and then rubs them under
Oh.
his chin.
She's resistant at this point. It'll take more than that.
True.
I just say that dice looks awesome, by the way. That's all.
Okie doke. Let's see. Copy to the library.
I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but how do I spell the dragon's name?
Garul Morian. It's on the character sheet. You can see the name showing on the.
Just call him Gary.
Does it have it? The name's not showing up for me, but it's
Oh,
fine.
is
Don't
it?
worry about it.
Show nameplate.
Errol Morian. I'll just write it the way the way it sounds.
Yeah, but you also got to make sure it's visible to everyone, not
Can you
just
see?
to editors.
Can you see it? Can you see it now?
It almost looks like almost looks like a dragonborn name. Okay,
Yeah, we can see Garul Morian.
Yeah, that's it.
thank you.
Gary.
Gary.
Gaza.
Oh my god. Calling a dragon Gaza.
It's better than calling him Dazza.
Okay, so after a few
That's
hours,
not
Knucklebone comes into view, and the knife blades are quite a way behind you. They're travelling quite a bit slower because there's lots of dust and ash being kicked up beneath them, so you know that there's ground forces travelling as well, and they're travelling at their speed above them. Your infernal machine's going a lot faster.
Okay, we have time to
A lot faster.
grab our second machine and try and get Chucker and Clonk and Maggie to ride with us.
Okay.
Chaos is a ladder.
Vicar, can you roll a persuasion with advantage?
Oh.
Before he goes, I'll give him guidance because I'm scaling that.
Guidance won't work for a conversation. It's something you
Fair
do in
enough.
the next 6 seconds, whereas this is more of a...
Oh, wait. I have enhanced ability.
I don't think I think
Yeah.
it's fine. It's kind of too late, I think.
I wax my mustache and my eyebrows and I'm a little flirtatious with Mad Maggie, and she loves it.
Welcome to Avernus. You do your suavest.
All right, Strat.
Yeah.
You play
and
your cards right, you could be queen, my lady.
Maggie swoons and says, Chucker, Clonk, saddle up. And they jump into their demon grinder. Chucker and Clonk jump into their devil's rides. And Click is very happy to finally get back into his scavenger, which is a bit faster than the demon grinder. Feels a bit safer in the scavenger than the demon grinder. But it means someone will need to drive the demon grinder if you're going to bring that too.
I think we're all... Oh, shit.
I think we're all oh shit.
Okay, Maggie's sort of caught up in the hype of Vicar's encouraging words. You can tell that she's not too sure why she's going. She knows where she's going with you guys, and that there's some sort of emergency. But you've somehow managed to convince her to abandon Fort Knucklebone with her forces.
Good work.
There is one thing that's also coming from behind you. Another smaller cloud, and it's coming from northwest rather than directly west, which is where the flying fortress is coming from. This is just on the ground, and they're not too.
Both seem to be heading roughly towards Elturel.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Goramorian turns to Xanathia and says, what do you think? Should we scout them out and find out what they are?
I'd be keen to do that. I feel surprisingly much stronger when I'm riding on your back, and obviously maybe it's superficial, I don't know, but I'd be keen to take it to the air and just scout the area, check the battle map, as it were, and see what is actually happening. Dust doesn't tell us much.
Yeah.
Before today for you guys, I shall place my hand upon her and go, I believe in you. Good luck. Have some guidance.
All right. So have guidance.
She goes a bit jelly-legged.
Jump onto Garamolian's shoulders, bow in one hand, and Garamorian alights, takes off with a huge beat of his wings, and sets off to the north. He gets a lot of altitude, making it a lot easier to look down rather than looking into the haze. And from above, you can see that it's sort of human-sized figures mounted on horses, and they're riding in a V shape.
How many is there?
About 50.
50. These are like the Hell Riders.
Not sure.
It is just me, but I am tempted to take a bit of a closer look. Can I make out like what they're clad in? Like, what are they wearing? Like spiky, evil, black, nasty looking bad boy armor? Or are they like, we are the best kind of shiny Lucian armor?
Not from this distance, but Garamorian will circle down so that you're only 500 foot or so away, within a longbow shot. No shots come up towards you from this distance, but from there you can tell that they look like they're in the same armor as the Hell Riders in the crypt. Ornate, knightly armor, but not rusty because it doesn't rain here, but dusty and aged.
Weathered, okay.
Yeah.
What else is happening there? There's other people congregating to the same place?
And they're riding barded, ghostly horses, sort of ethereal horses.
And again, like I don't want to take it back to a like never-ending story or whatever, but literally she flies over them like with her hands in the air, like Bastion, just going yeah, woo, like at the end. Okay. I'm loving this.
Right. You can see a massive line of what must a dark smear to the far west and north of you, but it's a long way away. It's and 30 minutes or an hour or so. So it's like an hour's flight. Yeah, and the line of the river Styx far on the horizon.
Okay, well, I will probably not spend the hour to get that way. Yeah. I'll just double back and head back to my companions and tell them everything I've seen. I'll be like, it looks like the party started without us. I think she would say something like that. The Hell Riders have risen once again, and they're heading. Was it north?
The other creatures were heading to the. It's really hard to tell which way is north, honestly.
They're rolling out.
Yeah, I think it looks like they're all coming towards us and then Elturel, but like the little one's off to the left of the big one.
Yes, so I mean, we should perhaps warn people like innocent traders. I mean, as innocent as you can be in hell, but perhaps that things are starting to heat up, and this looks like there's a war coming.
This is going to be Oh.
So that's what you see on the horizon, Xanathia.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's a Thanos fleet.
Yes.
I think that's fine. Let them attack the devils. That's not our problem. Sorry, the demons. Actually, what are we actually doing? Like, do we actually have a plan?
My plan was to make sure they didn't get onto the city.
Yeah, but I imagine they're going to rush to the devils are going to rush to them. The question is, how do we pick a side in a sense?
Maybe that's the moment we can break the chains.
Sense.
While they're fighting each other, we can free the city.
Yeah, that sounds like a very good idea.
But what have we got to break the chains? What have we actually got?
The sword.
Will the sword break the chains?
There's only one way to find out. Now that I think about it, that may have been a good question to ask.
I mean, we saw in the desert that the chains can be broken. We've seen sundered chains before.
Yeah.
I have no doubt they can be broken, but maybe you need like an archdevil or a demon lord to break it. Doesn't mean the sword will. And the sword, I would say, has never been used to free a city. Otherwise, if someone took the sword, the citadel wouldn't have been there.
Well, how about this? We do have some time. Gerard, are you able to speak with your elder gods as a ritual to ask, can we even break the chains with the sword?
I wonder if we have not asked that question at some point before.
I honestly don't think we have, honestly.
I don't think we've had the sword.
No, I swear we've asked about breaking the chains, but certainly I can ask again. So we will ask if the sword can break the chains, but what if it has to be, let's say, the companion wielding the sword or something like that? How should I phrase it?
can Lucian break the chains?
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, plus we could always ask the Actually, no. Would the sword even allow me
Also-
to give it to the companion to be able to let him try? I was gonna ask the sword if he's fine with it, or if they're fine with it.
Is it a sentient weapon?
It's alive, yes.
Oh wow. Yeah, as a sword.
Oh, Gerard, before you ritual it up, I'd like to balance out the armor in this party a little bit. If you would accept it, you may have the shield. Don't worry, it doesn't bite anymore.
Out of character, is this an attunable shield? 'Cause
Um,
I may not have the slot.
It was a
say
tunable when there was a demon in it.
Uh,
Adele.
It does say requires a tune.
Yep.
But
It does. It does require attunement, unfortunately.
this is not a small shield. It will fire resistance and an extra 2.
That is handy.
Something to think about while you chat.
Maybe I can lose my attunement to the Staff of Thunder and Lightning. What do you reckon?
And he's like looking at like the armies coming towards us. I'm like, it might be a little bit beyond the staff. Yes.
Okay,
Well-
I will gladly accept that.
Very good.
Has anyone contacted Bell? I know he was floated as quite a strong candidate for a possible ally. Who
If you have, I
We
don't
run
know.
out of time.
I can
We run out of time now.
send a sending to him if you think
We
it's
could
worth a spell.
You could just tell him it's going down, and he's welcome to join in the chaos. But I think the time for wooing is over.
Huh. Well then.
We have the lottery ball that is our friend in the Iron Flask. We have a possible summons from you. We have Olianthus and Maggie. We are not allyless. And we are still,
And a dragon.
And a dragon. We are still the most powerful things I've seen down here. Let's boogie.
How far is Bell? Anyone know? Like, if we sent a message to him, could he even conceivably get here in time?
Well,
He has power.
pulls out the map.
Does he have a ship himself? Or?
You don't know. You
Cool.
haven't had any exposure to what Bell's all about.
This is true. Alright.
Well, he isn't far, but we don't have time.
Alright. I'll take the shield and I begin my ritual like communion with my elder god.
Okay. You probably.
Overrated.
Is that going to take an hour or 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Sorry?
10 minutes.
10
or like
okay.
11 minutes, whatever
Okay.
it is.
Because within an hour, you'll probably get to Elturel and be a minx. So have you seen the map I've been doing? Just a mud map.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Or map.
So Zariel's Iron Legions are all heading directly east towards Elturel. The party from Mad Maggie's is sort of raced ahead of those legions towards Elturel. But the blue, which is the Devils, they've got their defensive lines still there, but there's far fewer than what that could handle. And there's this mass of creatures from above, all coming south.
Oh, what are the creatures in?
So you don't know, but there's hordes of them. It's massive amount, and there's numbers.
So they're fiendish of some.
Yeah,
So what creatures are in front of Elturel? These ones?
devils,
The blue ones?
ranks of bearded devils in sort of phalanx.
Facing outwards in a
Yeah.
protective fashion or in an
Yep.
attacking fashion?
Protect defensive, facing outwards. Which is what they
But yeah,
were.
we're going to have to try and bluff our way in though, right?
For the devils?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
going to get past them, don't we? Wasn't that the aim? Or do we want to circle around to the top? I don't know. Or get to the other side.
Let's find out if we can break the chains. Either we're defending Elturel from Elturel's soil, or we're... No, because we could break the chains from Elturel. Isn't that the best place to get to? Like, on the rock?
Yeah, I think so. If anything, we'll get a good vantage point of what is actually happening and kind of keep an eye on things. You know, who's winning the battle, which way is it going, who's...
Yeah, but okay, that's cool. But we still have the demon, devil, and Mad Maggie's party. What do we tell them? Hey, you guys, we're going. We'll see you later.
To be honest, I was kind of unsure of why you brought them, but
Like, I'm saying, at the very least, if we can get past the demon, the devil front lines, we can go, we're here to help.
Mm.
And then some of us disappear. So at the very,
Click says, if you guys are going to fly, or if you've got the capability to fly above the devil ranks up to Elturel, Click's intent, once he has delivered you, is to join with his buddies Chukka and Clonk. It's going to be Chukka, Clink, Clink and Clonk. Click and Clonk.
Chukka, Click.
Yeah, and try and do a big wheel and drive out of this fight, so that Mad Maggie, Click's pals, who were looking after his scavenger all along for for a number of years, can make it back to Fort Knucklebone and let these devils and demons fight it out at ground level.
Okay.
So they've come as a distraction, basically.
Yeah, and then spin around and probably shoot out this direction here.
Yeah, so let's have them... I'm going to draw a little bit. Let's have them sideswipe the middle flank, trying to draw them that way.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Oleanthus's one's going to attack this one. And at this point, we fly to Elturel.
Okay, here's the thing though. Let's say we cut the chains. That's still not enough though, is
I
it?
think it is, but the Paladin disagrees.
The companion can lift the city out of here if we break the chains.
Mission complete.
the physical town would be saved, but
Yes, but the souls are still bound to Zariel or something. That she is also
The
a problem
survivors
that
would
we have to deal
survive,
with.
and they would have children who were not bound to Zariel's contract.
I do not wish for any of the people that I've was
Okay,
sworn to protect to be trapped within this contract.
Well, I guess if Elturel leaves, we can still try and somehow take on Zoriel, or get her to release the souls.
I mean,
somehow.
at that point, she has failed utterly. For 150 years, she might be able to be convinced.
I guess we could tell her that we've removed her prize away, so that the demons wouldn't get hold of it and claim the city and the souls for themselves.
If you remove the city, though, we don't have any defensible position. We're just flying in the air, bare-assed, whilst 3 aerial forces converge.
So you
on
just
our location.
message that filthy little otter mage, and he'll get us out of here. Or we can ride on Elturel as the Planetar takes it away.
The prime material circle of Archmagi has proven entirely useless to us thus far. I've been in communication with them for all the
I
good
was
it has
thinking
done
about
us.
pulling in here just out of spite.
Can I just be completely honest? How for mages with such power, why do they never help with these threats?
The balance. My tower.
Otter is a coward.
You said you. I'd like to hope that if I ever became that powerful, I'd even go out of my way to go just slaughter like goblins that were attacking nearby villages. It just seems people that think that everything is so beneath them.
Yeah.
Distinctly.
Well,
The
Zariel,
ones-
Lucian, I think that's the problem. That when you are powerful and you interfere too much, things blow up in your face. Lucian.
What tends to happen is everybody who is willing to help that
Blow.
gets to that level is now dead. Because even if there's a 10% chance of them failing and dying, after 10 adventures, that means they fail. It's like gambling and keeping on doing it until you fail.
Or getting corrupted and what is it? Becoming the thing that you hated the most.
Leash or something, yeah. Drained by vampire, lycanthropy, intellect devoured. But anyway, you guys are Click still got his foot to the floor and driving head into a phalanx of devils, and says, "Are you guys going to sprout rings or what's go?"
I think we still have like 30 minutes to go. I can attempt my commune.
Oh yeah. I wanted to do the commune. Have you got your questions?
Any last minute questions, guys? I'm asking about breaking the sword. Breaking the chains, and then what? Anything else?
Maybe ask if Zariel is currently coming personally to deal with this encounter.
She is.
I assume so.
Just in case, it's if you've got nothing else to ask.
Also,
I guess the question.
I was just going to say, who else that we don't know about could be turning up, which might sway the balance later on. You know, so we know there's devils coming, we know there's demons coming, but is there anyone else?
I only have yes questions.
Well, yes and no. I guess maybe if we sent a sending to Bell offering him a chance to replace Zariel, would he be interested enough to assist us? Something like that.
Yeah. Oh God, can you imagine if Gargoth shows up?
Just teleports behind me and Diabex. Nothing personal, kids.
Honestly, I'm truly putting nothing past him.
Beating him twice doesn't mean we can't beat him again.
And anything else?
I think I'm mostly ready to go with that, honestly.
I still think if we get released Elturel and out it goes, are you comfortable with letting the souls of these people still be bound?
No.
Yeah.
I know the answer from you, Lucian. You're not the one I was asking. As he looks at Vicar.
I mean, I am. I believe that would be a mission accomplished. We have saved the future of Elturel, every survivor on the rock. The alternative, Diabex, is convincing an archangel that she's bad and wrong and should go home. Or kill her. And I am down to try. But I think that this is a safer option. I thought that would be the option you'd be in favor of. What do you think about their souls?
I don't think it's their fault. And therefore they shouldn't have to suffer for it.
So are you willing to put in the work?
I've been putting in the work the whole time when I'm here.
But now we know loosely what it's going to take. We can probably save the city, but we're going to have to...
Well, I think once the city's going, you can make a choice as to whether or not you stay with it, or because I suspect I'm going back down to see what I can do.
Sounds like you're up for a fight, and so am I.
To not expect
Well, put it so.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I think once the city's released, I assume me and Lucian are going back down. It sounds like Vicar may be interested. We're going to go back down and see what it takes to get Zariel to release the souls.
Our powers of flight are so limited, though. Like, it's just some of us concentrating on spells or being polymorphed, in which case we can't cast anyway.
Cough.
So all it would take is, Vicar getting hit by a stray arrow. We fall however many 100 feet into this chasm.
I don't know if you notice, Gerard, but you see that creepy looking griffin over there that's following us? That's Vicar's.
Well, we have a griffin and a dragon, I suppose.
I can at least take someone with me.
I have Featherfall and Fly prepped, and Scatter.
I did not expect that this would I did not expect that the final confrontation would be forced upon us like this with no time to prepare and get guidance. I feel at a loss. I don't have any foresight.
You've got time to ask your questions in the because that's only a
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I suppose what are our chances is not really a yes or no question. So
no.
I find myself.
Can you ask the Bell question? If we send a scene to him and offer, if we can get here,
I was planning to. Yeah.
Bell, and let your heart guide you for the third question.
All right.
We
All right.
trust you to pick the question you think makes the most sense.
Oh,
What happened to this? What if we lied to Arkin and offered him the shield in exchange for his assistance to break the chains? I don't know.
Just invite everyone.
well, what about if I ask, does it lie within our means to break the chains right now with the sword?
That sounds nice.
And then what if the answer is no? Do I ask?
Then we have no choice.
Well, what if the answer is no, and the companion can't lift the city out unless the chains are broken? What is the exit strategy?
Well, let's face it. If it can't be done with what we currently have, we would require the assistance of another ultra powerful being. So either Zariel herself, Bell, Tiamat. What else have we got? And then maybe the Devil Lords, right? Those are the most powerful beings around.
Seems to be.
Could we make a deal with the devil? Sorry, with the demons. Could we make a deal with Bell? I don't know.
Well, knowing what the one demon lord we met was like, I doubt it.
I fancy our chances with the devils more than the demons.
Exactly that.
Well, Zariel is the devil. It's basically her or Bell at the moment.
I don't know. Maybe Tiamat might be interested.
Oh, the primordial force of chaotic evil was not really my first choice of ally.
I don't think
I'm
she's
not
chaotic
a big fan
evil.
of this either.
I thought they were lawful evil.
This is her
Oh,
prison.
maybe.
She would
This is
want
her-
to stay.
She may want to help us, and that is a very big may.
Okay,
There's going to be some sort of loophole.
to simulate
Here we
to simulate that you
Communion.
press for time. I just want to go through the commune, and you'll have to wing it a little bit because you are driving at full speed while trying to do a concentration spell. And then after you've asked your questions, we'll break there and pick it up next week. Because then you can discuss tactics or whatever. You'll have more time to think about it, but you don't have time to think about finely tuning your questions. So let's do that, and then.
Yeah, I like that idea.
And then we can close out for this week.
All right, I will enter into my trance.
Okay.
Zulcha, green flame that burns in the center of the darkness, I come to make another report and to seek your guidance. The final battle looms before your servant. Multiple armies converge onto Elturel. And with archdevils and archdemons and secret deals and whatnot being made, I feel the situation has rapidly gotten out of hand. Your servant requires your guidance for what may be the final confrontation and decisive battle over this plane. My first question is, does it lie within the party's power or in their allies' power to break the chains of Elturel?
You get a sense that the entity you've contacted is showing interest in what's going on, whereas previously has been sort of almost dispassionate and disinterested in what's going on. But this chaotic war that's about to happen, or that seems imminent, is piquing this entity's interest. Is enough to pique this entity's interest. You know, like you get a sense that there's a wry smile in the darkness, and you hear the power to break the chains has been within your hands a number of times up to now, but slipped from your grasp. The Prince of Wrath descends from the north. The Prince of Beasts storms from the south. And the Lord of the First comes from the west. It rides from the west. And then in answer to your question, better the devil you know. And I'll let you have a Arcana check or a Religion check, your choice, for both of those two names, Prince of Wrath and Prince of Beasts.
Okay, let me see. So it was the Prince. The Prince of Wrath comes from the north. Prince of Beasts from the east.
From the south.
Oh, from the south, and then the Lord of the First rides from the west.
Is Asmodeus the Prince of Wrath?
Demon Lord's my friend.
Ah.
So before you move on to your second question, you can still, pick your
I'll
brain.
make my check. Yeah. Hang on, I'll just make what's better? Arcana. Nope, I'm a cleric that doesn't have religion, so Arcana it is.
Okay. Okay.
For +5.
All right. So you can get one more roll, but you would need to do that after you've cast your communes, because you can effectively then ask the party.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay. My next question is would Bell make for a suitable ally if I were to contact him now? I suppose would it be within Bell's capacity and inclination to ally with us at this juncture if I were to contact him immediately?
You're no good.
Yeah. Just to what's in the chat, the Yogurt was the Prince of Slaughter.
Right.
The whim of Bell is unknowable.
That's a very fair response.
Mm-hmm.
Third question,
And,
I believe.
My final question is, if I were to perform a summoning to summon forth an ally, one of your minions,
Yep.
would it be amenable to assist us as, a fellow servant? I suppose, since you are granting me quite generously, insight
Yep.
into
No.
your thoughts, do you have any instructions for me? Do you have a particular outcome in mind? And I suppose my proper question would be, if I were to conjure an ally that was under your control, could I expect its full cooperation?
At the you don't get a yes no, but you get a sense of pleasure and anticipation at the mention of a ally being entered into this storm.
Duly noted.
You are at the eye of a storm right now, and that is where Sulcha revels.
Indeed. Well, noble one, if you would like, if at some point you wish to make your will known to me, I will try to interpret whatever signs, but in the meantime, I will continue to proceed with my best judgment.
Okay. And with that, the spell fades, and your 3 questions are conversations, whatever. Cup of tea with Sulcha ends. And at that point, you hear the demon grinder start to swerve, and says, and you can hear from up top someone call down, "We're getting too close to the phalanx. I'm moving out now. It's time to take off or be trapped between these forces." And
Okie dokie. 2 people on the griffin, 2 people on the dragon, 1 person with fly.
Is anyone who wants to be with the Lucian?
Well,
I'll go with Lucian.
So
well, two on the dragon, and Xanafia's probably the dragon rider.
I am all over that dragon like a wet flannel.
Okay, so Xanafia is riding the dragon with someone in tow. Lucian, you're saying Lucian could carry someone, is that right?
I have very good strength. I can carry 1 person.
Yeah.
Well, Lucian, it's me or Gerard. Which one is it?
Gives it a thought.
I don't care. Just pick one of us. Doesn't matter.
Vicar jumps on his griffin with Dybex or whichever. You either swap over or whatnot.
Yep.
Okay.
I think it would be the greatest irony for me with my elder god and Lucian with the angelic nature to be companions.
Actually, the dragon can take 2. Why don't Gerard just get on the dragon with Xanathia?
I can do that.
Yeah, free up Lucian's hands.
Yep.
Yeah, so Lucian's hands are free to do hand stuff.
Done.
Yeah.
If you wished.
Yeah, Vicar, your feet don't quite reach the stirrups, but you can telepathically control it anyway.
Okay, alright.
You say, "Giddy up," and it knows what you mean by that.
I love it.
I also want to say to Lucian, before we part, if you wish to speak to Zariel, I may have a spell that will help. Come find me.
Oh yeah, Gerard, can Lucian break the chains or not? It's kind of important.
I wish I knew. Apparently the power to chains has passed in and out of our grasp. I don't know if that's the sword or the companion or a celestial like our unicorn, or whether that's the Hollyphant herself. I wish I had certainty, but I do have some guidance as to the enemies we'll be facing, and I believe that my lord has an interest in the outcome of this cataclysm, and I may call upon him for the first time. The Lord of the First is heading in from the west, I think.
Yep.
Well, we know who the Lord of the First is.
Lord of the First realm of hell is Zariel, currently.
The Prince of Wrath comes from the north, and the Prince of Beasts comes from the south.
The Prince of Wrath, some of you would recognise as Koschy, a giant-sized demon lord. And at one
Cost you?
Yeah, and at one stage, Zariel defeated him and currently wields his personal weapon. Since losing her own sword. So he has particular enmity with her.
That's why I was wondering whether or not we can make a deal. We'll get your sword back, break the chains.
Yeah, but he's a demon. Did you want a demon in charge of this? You free the souls of one city, but you may tip the balance of the blood war.
I don't really know if we can help either side.
I don't think.
Or perhaps.
I'm not saying we can't help the devils afterwards. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, though,
Yes, we do have a job to do. That we hope to get out of life.
he's pliable for maybe a deal. I still whether or not he keeps his word. That's a
I
different
know,
matter.
especially.
Do we know who the Prince of Beasts is?
Yes, it's actually a name you've heard before. When he was sending forces through a gate in the ossuary of Elturel, the Prince of Beasts is Baphomet.
Oh, the great... Who would have guessed?
What's his affiliation with
Minotaurs.
Zariel?
None
His affiliation is demon.
Yeah, no particular thing that you can think of. Whereas Koschy, you can recall from history a particular source of their enmity, but from Baphomet, he's just more of a stand-up, toe-to-toe, punch-it-out, come-in swinging guy.
Great. We have two brutes leading armies of demons, and they're in a pincer.
I remember.
Well, here's the thing,
correctly,
though.
Baphomet was just one who loved a good fight.
Yes.
So that would be not surprising why he is here.
Yeah.
We could just let them battle it out whilst we see if we can get the chains released, and if not, hopefully they would have whittled each other away.
Absolutely, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, so get up.
And then we make an offer to one of them, whether or not it's Zariel, Beast's Wrath. I don't know.
It's kind of ironic because Baphomet and Yunogu were never very good friends, and yet here Zariel is fighting the both of them.
Well, it
Well, at
is.
least
Sometimes
before
your
the month.
enemy is my friend. That's some sort of bullshit.
I just
There is strategic value. There is strategic value to winning the first level of Avernus for the demons.
hopefully they do not win today.
If this map had any scale to it, how big is a square? Just
God,
rough.
so
sense.
big.
Yeah, large, like a mile, half a mile.
Yeah. Okay.
Think of Elturel as a mile or two across.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I promised myself I'd once we finished that I would log off rather than going out with a whimper. Rather than going out with a whimper.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you
so
very
thanks
much.
for that.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Like next couple sessions is going to be crazy.
And things are really cranking up.
Yeah, Gerard has gone begging to Zoltan.
2:11.
Out of the frying pan and into the fire.
All right. See you, everyone.
Literally.